does anyone want to give a recap of the previous session?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, you can give
Is
a
it going to be? Is it going to be too verbose?
Well, you don't have to talk about
Only if you read out that stuff.
You don't have to mention in the recap the vaulted ceilings and the people flagellating themselves at length. That stuff can all be considered to be flavoursome, but irrelevant to the to the synopsis. The rest of it was great.
Oh well. Yeah, I know. I was half asleep when I did it. You saw when I did it. That was just. I might break it up and make some other things from it. How's that sound?
That sounds
when I get time.
fantastic.
Alrighty. So we broke up into 3 separate groups. So Sean, Minerva, and Hypatia went down to Pious Way to investigate the lead, or to try and what were we trying to do? We were trying to get healing, weren't we?
Pierce Way. We were trying. We were trying to get Hypatia's. No. I'm trying to get my my charisma damage repaired, and trying to get Minerva's unnatural attachment to the book removed.
Still infatuation with the book. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So we went down to see the priest because Lashnara wasn't able to do anything. That was the previous session.
You could call it a textbook abusive relationship.
Anyway, so we went to High Priest Zeltarnin, who was High Priest of the Sufferance. Any rate, he... We asked him if... Well, we were approached by an acolyte. He asked if we could... we asked him if he could help. He was basically saying that it was above his pay grade, and he's asked if we could go and see Kindly Orrery. Oh, sorry, he asked if Kindly Orrery had sent us there. I think that was because I'm of a similar faith to him, so they're worried about him. He seems to be behaving strangely. And both High Priest Zeltarnin and the priestess, the other priestess, were discussing his strange behaviours. So we couldn't see the High Priest Zeltarnin, so we tried the High Priestess for the Church of Reflection. She eventually has a chat with us. She asks us a bit about the book. We reply that's one of the reasons we're there, as well as Hypatia's facial requirements. She wants a facelift, apparently. So, at any rate, she clears out the church, and then has a look at the book. She was unsuccessful at removing the book, but she says that we. She says she can't do anything about the book today, but then she looks at Hypatia and manages to help Hypatia. Tells
Soul
us
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little easy to fix.
Yep. And then Sean and Kirkline both join Kindly Orrery for dinner, and then we head back to the Sly Wink. Then Lenza went off, so that was what we did that day. Lenza went to talk to the alchemist to get Mark's body back. I don't think there was much success there, though it looks like that Mark is now a heavy for the...
What's his name? What's Mark's new name? Can anyone remember what his new name is?
Belly?
Belly.
Belly,
Yeah.
well done. And why
Somewhere, I'm
was it
sure.
And why was it Belly?
Because he's got a bell
Because
on
he
it
had
now.
a bell on him.
There you go.
That's right. Yes.
Cool.
So so I don't think there was much success in getting Mark's body back.
Maybe if we could trade a halfling.
A particular halfling. So that's a bad deal.
Resin's, what's his name? Ryesan?
Ray-san.
Ryesan can't handle gold at the moment. Apparently, he's allergic to it. And Sivan went to report to her employer, Varen, who was basically just asking what was going on, what happened to the rest of the party, reported that, and without any further actions, as like any further tasks specifically from Varen, he just says, hang out with us and help us however we can, and hopefully there'll be some information. Savan's basically just gathering information about the valley, so we seem to be a good group to be help out with that task. She is given a pouch which contains a vial of amber liquid, a large coin with elven markings, with a platinum gem set in the center. She doesn't find out what's going. She can't talk to Varen about after she gets the pouch, so she goes back to the Slow Ink. So basically, we're all at Slow Ink. The next day, we all go out to get heavy armor. Minerva looks for a carpenter to make a chest to put a book in. Lenza shows off a new toy. Wilbur asks what's going on. Yeah, I can see why this synopsis isn't the best thing, hey? It's taken for... By the time I get through it, we'll be ready for the next week.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. You're doing well, but you just need to, trim the fat. Cut the rind off the bacon, and then cook it and eat it, because it becomes delicious. Did anyone watch the vid?
Well, the vid would take longer than reading this, so no.
But they may have, picked up other things. That's all right. That's pretty cool. All right. Cool. That's done. Anything else to add?
Well, I find Minerva goes upstairs to study the book. I find her unconscious. Can't heal her. Lenza mingles with the crowd to get some information. Lenza stays up suspecting something's wrong. Oh, there was that dude who died in the street, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I noticed someone just kind of had been immolated, or at least to the something along those lines, which is slightly concerning. But
yeah, and Kruber appeared out of nowhere. We thought he'd locked him up. He came back. The priestess rocks up, and that's right, as payment for her helping try and get rid of this cursed book, we have to go to the Black Mountains, the Blackreach Mountains, and help kill Mai the Immortal.
Help her find peace.
Yes, she's been cursed that she can't die, and we've got to try and remove the curse from her to allow her to die. We accept the quest. The High Priestess tries to remove the curse. She's not exactly successful. She's sort of about halfway successful. Minerva's no longer got voices speaking to her, but she still can't get rid of the book. Dol and Aaron, remember we left them on the steps while they were preventing everyone coming inside?
Because you said stop anyone coming in, so they guard the temple, so they guarded it.
That's right. Lashanar's unavailable. There was a couple of elves and stuff hanging out the front of Lashanara's that Minerva noted. Yeah, other than that, I think it's all pretty good.
Yeah, well, I think we were also waiting on some armor being made for our minions.
Yes, you had organised some heavier armor for them.
Yep. And there's a bounty of 10,000 out for a dragon. that we spotted the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that. And I'm also waiting on an eye to be made.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There's
Good.
some stuff.
That's cool. All right. So let me see how this goes. This isn't the full deck, but if I was to hit deal 1
Not playing with
card
the full deck.
to all players. Actually, I don't want all players because they'll probably include me, which is really annoying.
Oh, okay, I can draw from the deck too.
Yeah, but let's see how we go. Deal.
Ooh,
Nice. And we get to look at it, obviously.
Did Sean not get one?
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I got one.
Oh, it's not showing up for you.
No, it's not.
How do I close the... Ah,
Are you getting one, are you? It's not showing
oh,
that
I
you've
think
got
so.
one.
No, I'm not getting one, am I?
Alright. Deal 1.
How do-
Sean. Ah,
You're not a player, clearly. It's an NPC.
there we go.
Ah, there we go.
Ah, there we go. Oh, and I can see what that card is. Okay, how do I get rid of the deck now?
You click it back.
You just
Just
click
Ah,
click
right,
on the
yep.
card again.
card again.
Yep, I see how it works.
Cool. Okay, so that's the 1 card that you'll get. So I haven't finished rewriting the full rules for them because I wrote that what's on the wiki really quickly, just tried to chuck some stuff down, and it's full of, you know, grammatical errors, spelling mistakes, secret URLs to porn sites, all that kind of stuff.
The usual.
Sweet.
Yep. So I will update that when I get a chance, but for the most part, the rules are the same. You can play them pretty much whenever you want. You can play them reactionary, you can play them in advance, whatever, unless it states otherwise. If there is any confusion about the wording on the card, and there probably will be a bit because I just quickly typed out a whole bunch of them, blah 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 blah, and you know, I'm pretty confined with the amount of room I'm going to put on there. My word is final as usual, but you know, I'll generally be reasonable towards you. But yes, you can discard a card to give an ally within 10 feet of you plus or minus 1 to a d20 or plus or minus 5 to a d100 before they roll the dice. So you can just choose to discard it at that point in time. I wonder if I can actually see what cards you have. You can right click on the cards as well to do stuff. Can I see? Or you can steal other people's cards. Please don't do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a...
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually see what cards you've got. Cool, even as the DM. Fancy, fancy.
Don't click put it to the bottom.
Oakley dokley. So, there you are. You each have 1 card and feel free. So again, you can have a maximum number of cards per to equal your level. Some of the cards are reasonably powerful, some are minor or trivial, some are moderate, but you know, they all give you something a little bit unique or something that you otherwise wouldn't have. Every person gets one when you level, you'll get one, and at the end of each session, the players that are in the game will vote on the MVP for that session, and that player who gets the MVP will get an additional card for that session. Does that sound fair,
Nice.
reasonable?
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds good.
I haven't slotted in the god cards yet, so there are cards for each of the gods and their aspects to, you know, give it more of that divine feel, as because these are the blessings that you will pick up. They will be coming, but at the moment not. So you guys are on, or in Summerton still. Let me quickly also, I've got to go back and reread what Aaron wanted to do while I'm doing this. Those of you who are in here, which is everyone, can probably sort out what it is you want to do. You'll note that I have created tokens for you. Hopefully you can each, so they're on the map. Hopefully you should be able to control your token. So this just will give us an indication as to where you are.
Is everyone else's map really blurred
Just give it
Nope.
just give it a moment to.
to load in? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Is that like a group token there?
There is a group token there as well, yes, and everyone has access to that.
Cool.
So that
Oh,
group,
there we go. Well,
that group token is on the overworld map, the valley map as well. For the most part, we won't need it here, so I probably should have deleted it off this map. It doesn't really matter.
doesn't matter.
But you can notice if you zoom in, it's got all of you plus your 3 retainers. And
Slide.
I think right smack dab in the middle of it is the heart and soul of the group.
Yep.
AD.
They did.
Right, let me quickly see what Aaron was trying to do, what shenanigans he
I
wanted.
see. The main issue with it, of course, is that Kruber isn't it, which we don't have. We don't have Kruber at the moment.
Oh, you have him in, in sentiment. Or is that sediment? Okay.
I think I had some other stuff as well, but I think it was
too many shenanigans. My brain don't work too good, but I'm reading it and we'll resolve it. It's okay. Think of what else the rest of you are intending to do whilst you are remaining in Summerton for a little bit of time. And I apologise I didn't get a chance to resolve this or have it planned. But again, today was a dog's breakfast, and I can only do so much. But I'll move my mic closer to my mouth so I do not sound like I'm talking from another room. Okay, can you make a move silently and a hide in shadows roll for me, please?
I mean, I am invisible.
Yeah,
Do
but
I
this is
hide in shadows?
yes, this is just to see how particularly stealthy you are.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to fail spectacularly to cause it, but this
This will be my hide. What did I get? 49. Fail. I'm not good at hiding.
that's right. You
Oh,
are,
not
as you said,
fine.
invisible. So
My moving silently, however, is legit.
that's cool. It's
Nine.
just as well to to see how cumbersome you are trying to do this, blah 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 blah. Whether you, because again, where you're going is not lightly populated. It is
Yeah.
moderate. So you got to make sure that you're moving silently, or your hide and shadows is going to be avoidance as well as just actual being unseen. All right, so that's reasonably good. How much did you fail your hide and shadows by?
34.
34. You're very.
I'm terrible at hiding in shadows. I haven't increased it.
It's not your shtick, is it?
I'm basic thief hide in shadows. So I'm better than a regular human.
You are.
Regular elf, I guess. But that's not saying much. That's why I have invisibility.
I know, but again, it's more than just an avoiding being seen. It's an avoiding confusion reigning supreme. Right,
Yep.
make another roll for each, please.
Wish I could just click on them.
You could create some macros and put them down in your doobie whacker.
I fail by
12.
12 and I fail by 30.
No, I got sound on that. I was wondering why I was getting it in stereo. Okay,
I'm not particularly stealthy. That's why I had the other outs with me.
and I know, and that means you will actually have to use one.
Yep, that's fine. I'll mark it off my character sheet.
Yep. You probably accidentally almost bump into someone, creates a bit of confusion. These people aren't particularly dumb, and they seem to be on a mild state of alert beforehand as well. Something that you did notice was that it was a fairly agitated location and there was a bit of activity and action. Alright, and you're trying to do that other thing.
Yes.
Alright. Was there anything in particular that you were aiming for? I know what you normally aim for.
No, that I was. See, it's in my other thing that I sent. Let me just whisper you, because I was looking for something in particular, but like I said, it would, anything goes. Oh my god, did that work? Yes. Sorry, I'm just having trouble typing. But yes, that was what I was looking for in particular, but it didn't really matter.
Okay. Alright,
Because,
so... Cool. Alright, do you find one of those? Let's find out. Roll a D%, please.
percentile. Am I looking for high or low?
I'm not telling you.
Alright. Holy.
You're looking for one exact number.
48. Oh, that would be actually better chance than if it was
I have seen a person in Old Call of Cthulhu roll D% and ask high or low, and the DM refused to tell them, so they rolled the dice, picked them up, and said 50.
I guess. In Call of Cthulhu, that still sounds bad to me, though. Like,
Yeah, it's not great, but it could be worse either way.
yeah. You only lose one leg. Yay.
Okay, so you find the second thing that you asked for, you do not find the first.
That'll do.
Okay, cool. So you're off doing that. You can also find, I guess you're after things for it. You can find 20 plus D20.
Oh, nice.
And you can find a few other little bits and pieces, odds and sods, if you want, trinkets, etc. Now, speaking of trinkets, if anyone has a card that lists the trinket deck, I have not created that. If anyone has a card that lists the lingering injury deck, I have not yet created that. Okay?
It's the one that gives you a lingering injury quick, because then you can't draw from the deck.
Oh, I know what those kind of lingering injuries would be, and I'll just apply something else instead. Okay.
Just as one other thing, because I'd previously gained some of that, is that just incorporated in my 20 plus D20? Or were there more in the stuff I already had? Because all I've got written is that I have some of that.
This is new stuff.
New stuff. Okay.
Alright, cool. So whilst Minerva is off gallivanting around by herself, what were the rest of you doing? We'll start with Len. Is there anything in particular that you were hoping to do?
I'd like to probably find either some more potions or stuff like that, just to pick up. I've got a lot of money now. I just want to. Honestly, I want to have less of it because it's getting my encumbrance up, which is not good.
Sure. So the other things that you can do if you wish to lower your encumbrance is you can money exchange or for other coins, such as smaller denominations for larger denominations, or for gems, or you can go and try and get letters of credit from places like the Chicane Merchant. Oh man, I'm hiccuping like no one's business. Chicane's Merchant Guild. If you are after potions, is there anyone else that's interested in potions?
Sure. No, another potion to cure light wounds wouldn't go astray.
Because I was thinking, if you are, then we can always just sort that out in one go.
Yep.
So Minerva's off doing her thing. Lenz's potions, Hypatia's potions. Sean, was there anything that you were hoping to do?
Pious way helping kindly Ollery heal the sick and all that sort of being clericy.
Okay, that's fine.
Being a good cleric.
That's right.
Yep.
Helping people who need help.
If you really,
Purifying water, blessing people, that sort of stuff.
if you really wanted to get in really, really well with the church and be a really good cleric, there is this thing that's known as tithing. So you can consider that. And kindly Ollery will start suggesting, if the church is run down and the monastery that we have that takes in people from all around and helps build them back up after they've lost so much and train them in the ecclesiastical studies. We could really do with a new roof or new slate on the floor. The pews need a bit of repair. So he's gunning for a little bit of financial, if you get my drift. But tithing is a common practice, so, and it does get you in good stead. So consider that, young acolyte, cleric, clergyman, priest.
Considered.
Okay, and Shafan, was there anything that you were hoping to do?
No, not at this stage. I'm just going to hang around in Castle Manor and see if I pick up any news that's been going on around that could possibly be of interest to, like where the party's, what the party can do next, kind of thing.
Okay, well. Alright, so you're going to hang around there. So there's lots of other places you can go as well to try and find information out. Obviously, you've got your boss, I guess, for want of a better term, Baron, who hangs around there, but also hangs around in a number of other places, especially places of ill repute within the city. But someone such as yourself could probably flitter in and about around the docks, because lots of people come and go around there. You've got the keep, where there's lots of adventurers that hang out, and lots of jobs that come in and around there as well. Adventurers always go to the keep, getting information from there, because adventurers like to gossip and talk about stuff. And then obviously there's the Sly Wink, which you already know about. So Varun at the moment isn't at Castellane Manor. I'm not sure where he is. He often keeps his own counsel and his own. He keeps to himself a bit as he moves throughout the city. Those people who are hoping to purchase some new potions, there was a couple places, but there was one in particular that you went to previously. It was, where was it? Sumberton Balms and Elixirs, number 39. Where is number 39? There.
Right there.
Yep. And this is where you saw the strange half-elf that reminded you very much of the alchemist Rayasan, who indeed he told you that he actually was the brother of Rayasan, the alchemist. He works there with a small, what almost appears to be a halfling, a fat but stunted human. His name is Farron, and as you enter his establishment, it's got all like jars and strange mixtures and balms, items of strange body parts hanging from string, fermenting or drying, or both. The place reeks of really strong incense or others. The small little human will waddle out from behind his counter. Ah, hello. What can I do for you?
We are in the market for some potions of healing.
Healing
Well, in
potions.
general, honestly.
Healing
I'm
potions.
up healing potions, but also other things too. What have you? What have you got for go-getting adventurers like us?
Oh, I've always got stuff for go-getting adventurers like you, but let's have a look at what I have. And he'll waddle back to the counter and he'll open up a large book and he'll start leafing through the pages, licking his finger and flicking through the pages. No, you probably wouldn't want any of that. No, looks up at you. Healing potions, you say, and other things for go-getting adventures. Yes, well, no. I don't know if you really want this. That's, it's an aphrodisiac, particularly for the older gentlemen, if you get my drift. I do a lot of those, Castellane has his lasses through the city, and, well, his wife just doesn't do it for him anymore. Let's see, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? Flick, flick, flick. So, actually, an adventurer came in here not that long ago, and he'll say as he scratches his large bulbous nose, and sold me a particularly interesting potion. Took us a while to identify what it actually was, but I think you might find it quite to your liking. But of course, adventurers like you're all over the place, and these are trying times, so maybe it's not for you. You already look pretty tough and imposing. But I do have 3 potions of healing I can provide you.
That'd be pretty good.
Oh yeah.
As a start. What type? Just
The type that heal you.
are there out of character? Are there different? There are different like levels of healing potion. I assume
There are more potent ones, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yep. That's all good.
Yep. So yes, all right. I can sell you those 3 if you want. I could do you a deal. How about I sell you the 3 of them for 200 gold?
Okay. Are any of them more potent than each other?
Oh, I guess it depends how your body assimilates them. Potions are a funny thing. It depends on the person imbibing it, the magic that has been imparted into the contents of the phial, and what mood you're in at the particular time. It's not a science. If you want a science, you have to go see that crazy guy's even crazier brother. He points to the half-elf who's over in the corner, who looks completely
Yes.
dazed, and you're pretty certain that one eye points in one direction, the other eye points in another direction, and he has a fairly stupefied grin on his face.
Yes. Yeah. We actually have met his brother, and well, the less we have to do with him, the better, I think.
So, I can sell you those 3 potions for 200 gold, but if you want this other potion, so the way I understand it, it will make you more than what you are. Make you greater than your current ability.
Interesting.
It's quite a powerful potion.
More human, man, human.
And how much would you charge for this?
Well, that would set you back at least 500 just for it alone.
Well, I don't know about you, Lenza, but I think I'll be happy with the healing potions.
Yep. Likewise. We're not quite invested in dropping that much money.
As you were, most of my other potions here, don't know if they'll really suit you. Adventurers aren't the only people. In fact, you make up a very small clientele. Most of the people that buy from me, they're after balms for sore ankles or rheumatism. As I mentioned, the old get it up ya.
Yep. No, Judge, we send them more.
I serve the entire city, and most of what I do is for the aches, the pains, the ailments or the pretend pseudo magical, mystical, healing mumbo jumbo that makes them think that things are happening. I'll be honest with you, most of it doesn't. It just smells funny. But these other potions that I sell to you, I respect what the job you do. So 500 gold, and that other potion could be yours. I believe it will be quite beneficial in a trying time. But of course, maybe you're already to the point where it's not going to be beneficial to you. I believe the more powerful you are, the less benefit you get.
Very well.
Ooh.
So, do you want 2 or 1? I guess. How are we splitting this?
Well, I'll take one. You take one. We give another one to one of the other party members, perhaps.
How were
Maybe
you not convinced by that sales pitch? It just sounded fun. It's a good
did
thing
sound
Wisdom
fun.
4 Minerva's not there. She reported and been happy.
I mean, Ledger literally doesn't have enough money at the moment to be able to buy that.
Yeah,
So
you do. You got the letter of credit, don't you?
We do.
okay. I mean, that's okay. I'm not going to just go spend randomly the party's gold on
What? Why?
on slightly sus.
That's how we roll. Where are my magic beans, Linza? Where are my magic beans?
The other thing I can do for you,
Yeah.
says Farron, is I can buy potions off you. If you find potions around because, knife in the ribs or in the kidney as it might be, and you find something here or there, or you do something for someone great and powerful like Lashnara, and they give you a pittance from their menagerie of strange, eclectic, living items or whatever the hell he has in his boudoir, and you've decided that you don't really want that potion of toenail growth or whatever. Come bring it here, I'll price it and I'll take it off your hands. I'll do you right.
Good to know. We'll keep that in mind. Yes,
Indeed,
I guess we'll pay 100 gold each for these potions then.
Yep.
Okay, look, if you don't want this other potion for 500, I can do it for 450, but I can't do it for any less than that. It is quite powerful, as I said. It will get you out of a bind. Maybe you've got someone in your group who could benefit from it.
Well, I think it's we should confer with the rest of our party whether we want to make such an investment. Though it is very intriguing.
Though the shiny button is very intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's fine. I can't guarantee that it will be here if you come back at a later time. The few potions I get of moderate to decent power, they do go reasonably quickly. But of course, that's assuming that old numbskull over here, Reyesna, doesn't drink it first, thinking it's some of his happy juice. Yeah. Then I will. I can't set it aside, but there's a good chance that it'll go. Anyway, if you only want the healing potions, that's fine. I will go get them.
Cool. Out of character, as a comparison, he was, according to my notes, he was previously trying to sell us potion of invisibility for 400.
Yes. But he also tried to sell us a potion of dragon control.
Yeah, for 500. It's like
which was 500. So
You wish we had that a few sessions back.
it could come in handy. Someone could aggro this dragon onto us. Who knows?
What's it let you do? Could you tell the dragon to come
Who
and lay
knows?
down and put his
He
head
had
on a
no
pole?
We have
idea.
no idea.
He had. That's why we didn't get it, because he was just it has something to do with dragons, and we were like, cool.
It's actually a potion of dragon aggravating.
It lets you cast it on one, the slowest person in the party, so everybody else can escape.
No, it's a potion of dragon control for 1 second.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it
Come
just
here.
gets his attention.
But yes, anyway, I guess we'll take that and head out.
Okay.
Yep.
He will go over to Reyesna, the half-elf, throw a key at him, and the half-elf will, oh yes, I'll go get the potions. The heroism potion, was it? No, no, the potions of skin color change, was it? The bright pink ones?
No, the healing potions.
We would look like anime
Yes,
characters.
yes, that's them. And he'll wander off and come back with a small little lockbox, which he will open and pull out 3 small files, which he will hand to you. I think this is them. I should drink one first, make sure.
No, that's okay. We
We'll be all right, thank you.
yes, we would, since we, hopefully we have some vague idea what a healing potion looks and smells like, considering we already have some on our persons.
Okay. And Farron will just give him the potions. Drink the potions. Okay.
No. Could I grab the potions out before?
Absolutely. It doesn't look like he probably even knows really how to open the potions. And Farron will just say, I use him because he's taller than me. And not much other reason. Although he
doesn't ask for money.
No, he is really good for trialing potions. I'm not quite sure about.
Yeah, that may be example. How do you say that? The example.
How do I say what? Sorry.
Oh fuck! It's I have trouble with this word. Like exacerbating.
Exacerbating.
Yeah, exacerbating. That's one. Exacerbating the problem.
But it is quite funny.
Oh yes, that makes it all right. All okay.
But no, he is quite good. He is very resilient. Has a very hearty fortitude. Wouldn't know it just by looking at him. I think it had something to do with growing up with that brother of his. Anyway, have a very nice day, and look, I'll try to hold on to that other potion for you as long as I can, but no promises.
Thank you. Have a good day to yourself.
Okay. And Siobhan.
Yeah.
Again, you don't find Varun at Castellane Manor. Was there anywhere else in particular that you were thinking of going?
Yeah, the keep sounds good. See if
Okay.
I can get some rumours and stuff from there.
Okay, as you start walking towards the keep, you see someone hobbling down the road. Well, not so much hobbling, more like slowly meandering. You're probably about 2/3 of the way there. We'll say you're at around about number 15 at the time. When you see him, he's wearing... It's just kind of like, so number 15 is the Great Obelisks, and there's always a small crowd gathered around it, and this single man seems to just peel away slightly from the obelisk. He was there, he was looking at it, you believe, spending some time, and he's wearing this dirty, tanny coloured robe, he has a bald head, gaunt, sunken eyes, and you realise it's Dol the Kruber, who you believe was once again somewhere else within the city, and he looks up at you and nods and smiles. These things no work anymore.
What things don't work anymore?
No, I'm Kruber now.
Yes, as so you've said. Quite a bit, actually.
There's a big toothy grin now on his face. Where are we going?
I'm going to the keep, to the castle over there. I don't know where you're going.
With you, friend. And he will move on over much closer than you probably felt comfortable with, and definitely breaks social distancing restrictions. Put his arm around your shoulder in a very uncomfortable manner. And keep, and he'll point across the bridge. And then he'll lean in. No work anymore.
That's what I thought as well. I was just saying that to someone the other day. I'll keep going towards the keep.
Okay, he will travel with you.
Oh, lucky you.
Yes. Aren't I? Aren't I what?
He turned up when you were there, and now he's following you. Dun, dun, dun.
Convenient.
The keep is pretty unnaturally empty when you get there. There's not many people there, including members of the garrison. It is running what appears to be on a skeleton crew, and the notice board, the job board, is empty. All the jobs, including the long-standing job for the Mount Titania, have been removed.
Ooh.
Is there someone there that I can ask about why the board's been cleared?
Yeah,
Because they just don't give a shit.
you'll find someone. A member of the garrison, doesn't seem to be an officer, just seems to be a member of the low-level spear carriers. But he's there. He's got the uniform on.
Nothing on the board. What's going on?
No. Sergeant came through, had them all removed.
Huh.
Is there a problem, or is everything fixed in the valley?
No, everything's not fixed, but apparently Donegan, the captain, keep guard, and Sergeant Gleese decided not to have a board. There's too much of an issue going on with the mercenaries, and we don't really, and trust is at an all-time low, so keeping adventurers such as yourselves down a peg or two, I think, is the requirement, just until those mercenaries move on, because we don't know who's in and who's out with them.
I see. Yes.
I think that's at least what I understand. But, there could be other reasons. Who knows?
So, what are they doing about getting stuff done in the valley then?
Well, half the time the jobs weren't really getting stuff done. They were kind of causing problems as well. But, we've got a fairly strong number standing in places. The settlements are well protected. I wouldn't worry too much about it for now. I mean, a lot of them, the jobs at hand that used to get posted on the board, were for things that occupied a small space and never really moved. So, I mean, not much to it. Some people brought in a head of a Titan the other day, and that was all, pretty fancy. But other than that, that stuff's pretty rare. You get goblins, you get some orcs, the occasional monster that gets brought in for bounties. I believe they're still going, but actual jobs, no. There's not much call for it. The people putting the bounties out for those things aren't doing it anymore, or the job's up there, and Donegan's got, and by extension Gleese have got other things on their mind with these mercenaries up to the north there. So is there anything I can do for you other than that? I've seen you around, haven't I, miss?
Yes. Yes, you have. I do get around.
I see.
Nice, flawless.
Got in half an hour.
So, I get off in an hour.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, I have seen you around, haven't I? Have you been here before?
Yes, I have been here before. I do some work now and again for podcast.
Oh, you're one of his cronies. Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, good, good, good. Well, I probably said too much then.
What's he think about you getting around?
You're not
That he
there.
brings his own potions.
No,
So-
I'll make that joke.
So, is there anything else I can not do for you, and you can not do for me, and we can mosey on past, and pretend this didn't happen? Because I didn't say anything to you, did I?
No, you did not.
Well,
That is.
Much appreciated, man. Then he'll lean over and he'll say, "Between you and me, I think we're fucked."
Excellent. Excellent. Confidence inspiring.
It's definitely looking not good, but I wouldn't go that far.
All right, you are then. Well, word has it that there's a movement of the mercenaries coming into the city. Well, mercenaries aren't coming to the city. The word of their moving is coming into the city. Now that can only be one of a couple things, and none of them are all that good. So, I assume that the board will probably get populated with jobs again if they move completely out of the way, but I don't know. There's a lot of nerves going around. I think they're going to try and move somewhere and draw us out. So, yeah, it's probably going to be a skirmish or two, I would expect. So, if there's nothing else to talk about, yeah.
No, that's quite enough. I wouldn't want to keep you from your job any longer.
Yeah, right. But I'll tell you what you could do for me if you want. I can. I mean, you said you get around. I can pay you some stuff because I can pay you a couple gold if you can do me a job.
Yes, what's the job?
So,
No, I'm not there. Sorry. Keep going.
so there's this dock worker. You may have heard of him. His name's Fat Bert.
Yes, and what seems to be the problem?
So the thing is, Fat Bert has decided that he has taken a liking to my sister, and I don't like that at one bit. But Fat Bert's got some friends, so I don't earn much, but I don't want my sister falling in with someone like him. So if you could see to it that Fat Bert doesn't, I mean, you're one of Castlane's cronies. You've got your things are everywhere. You could go down and have a chat to Fat Bert and tell him to just sod off.
Well, yeah, certainly. I'm sure I can do that. What's your sister's name?
My sister's name is Leela.
Leela.
Does she have depth perception issues?
Lila.
Okay.
So if you could go down and sort that out and just I don't want anything bad to happen because body floating around causes a few issues and people get concerned.
Oh no, I don't think it'll come to that. I'm sure I can have a chat to him about it and fix the problem right up.
I really appreciate that. Again, I can't pay you much because we don't get paid much, but I can pay you what I can, and I'd be really indebted to you.
No worries. Consider it done.
He'll reach out his hand to shake yours.
Shake his hand.
Thank you very much. My name is Jasper.
No worries, Jasper. I'll have a chat to Fat Bert and get back to you. Will you be back up here or?
Look, I've just been given the gate duty at the moment, so I'll be here for a while. As I said, I get off in an hour, but I'll be hanging around. Not much else to do. Probably go back and train for a bit. So yeah, but I'll be here for the next couple of days anyway.
Certainly. I'll see to it and get back to you.
Cool. Okay, Sean, doing your bit at Kindly Ollery's place. So Kindly Ollery, the more you spend time with him, the more you realise that, yeah, he's a pretty genuine guy. He's got the best intentions at heart, but he may not have the wisdom to be a really decent cleric. And by that I mean he spends most of his time out on the street preaching. Of course, that is part and parcel of the Order of the Heart, trying to, liven the spirits of the people here, but the majority of people in Summerton seem to pass him by, pay no heed to him. He gives blessings, etc. And a few people will come up to him and ask him for a bit of advice, etc. But it seems that the church that he maintains, which is really more of a little shrine/monastery, can't compete with the other two large institutionalized places of religion within here. And again, the Pious Way has many shrines, many little churches or altars up and down the whole street. So people come here to pray, but they do also use it as a main thoroughfare. And he is always on the street talking to anyone that wants to pass by, to people who will listen, mostly to people who won't. What he says makes sense, but it's he's pissing into the wind half the time. People give deference to the gods, but don't seem to really want to hear or listen to what he is saying. It's more along the lines that the other churches have more sway.
Fair enough. So there's no large church. It's only just a little altar. Did you say?
No, there are altars and shrines dedicated to all the gods, to all different religions and churches up and down Pious Way. His isn't an altar. He has an altar, but he has a small little church, but he also has a little monastery where he kind of takes people in and he helps them out, etc. But he doesn't have a large body of priests or monks or acolytes that work for him. He only has a very few that do so. And when I use the term monks, I use that more not in the kung fu sense, but the theological type, cleric style, but not the priest. So he has a very small body of people that work with and for him. But he is out most of the time. The building that he occupies is small. It has larger buildings associated with it, but they are not as grandiose or as well received as the rest of the other churches, especially the two big ones.
I might go into the churches and see if I can find a monk or someone else who might. It sounds like someone else is running the business potentially.
It's not a business. It's a church.
It's a church. It's a business.
Yeah.
It's not a
But
modern day church.
Don't tell them that.
Running the operation or running the church. Is there
Actually,
like
he's a priest of nobility, not religion of nobility. Sorry, order. And that's right, Order of the Heart. Sorry. Yes, and yeah, there are a few people in here, but they all give deference and they all report to Kindly Ollery, and they consider Kindly Ollery to be their head. There is no one really running the operation. It runs itself. They go around, they do cleaning, they help out with anyone that comes in, but most of the people who do come in to pray are given their own space. If they need to have someone chat to them, then one of these people in the robes will be available to do so. But they, as I said, they have that little monastery off to the side where people can go and they can train, or they can get some quiet reflection and contemplation upon their place in the world, blah, 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 blah. And that's where you've done your training generally, in there. And it's a good place to do it. It's got religious texts, it's got icons and paraphernalia of all the gods. It's got some training places to do a bit of sparring, etc., just out the side. But for the most part, it is a reflection place and a meditative place.
It's like a perfect church to me.
But it doesn't have the grandiose design, scope, or the congregation that the churches of the religion of sufferance and submission have.
It's not about making money, it's about helping the people. I'm gonna basically just help out at the church, keep it running smoothly, polish some pews, meditate with the brothers, help out anyone who comes in. I'll keep an ear out for anyone who, like in the street or anything, any sort of rumours or anything going around that might be of interest to the group. But generally work with I'm assuming the poorer people would be coming into churches. Does this church, do we give them food and stuff to the poorer people?
Yeah, there is succour given to people who have not much, but most of the people in Summerton alone itself actually have something. There is a very, very small minority of people who are borderline poor. Most people have something. It's a reasonably wealthy city in that regard. It's not affluent, but it's well off. But there are people who come in here. Most of the people who come in here are lost spiritually or mentally, under stress, etc., and are given that kind of appeasement to ease their mind.
I'm sure the people with all manner of loss and stuff would also know what's happening, would have a fair finger on the pulse of what's happening in the city.
Yep.
But I will help them unburden their souls.
Nice.
Sure. Whilst you are in there, where am I? I gotta bring up this. Here we go. If I go and if I put it in, where are you, Sean? Right. Whilst you are in there, you'll hear a clanking sound at the door, and looking up, you'll find there is a female dwarf who is heavily armoured, long blonde hair, braided, carrying a long axe. Will walk in, look around, spy you, look around again, and then move on over. So there's her image.
How may I help you?
I'm looking for the cleric, the high priest of this church. Is that you?
I'm afraid not. I'm not the high priest. I'm just one of the priests that work, or that help the people who need guidance.
I see.
Can I ask what you need to see him about?
I need guidance.
Fair enough.
I also wish to tithe to the church. Do you accept tithings?
I believe we do, yes.
She will reach underneath her armour, or to her side, sorry, not under the armour, just to the side, and she'll remove a purse and place it in your hand. I tithe you what I have, at least on me at the moment, and wish it could be spent well. I seek guidance because, unfortunately, I have committed grave atrocities and wish absolution of my soul. Are you able to assist with this?
To assist with this, if that's what you want, or I could get the High Cleric, if you would rather deal with him in person.
If he is available, yes. But you are here as well, and you can be of benefit, I am sure. I can wait if you can find him. I am Dredora. I am a member of the church, though I have been absent some time, and I have not come to this establishment. I have not been into this valley for many a year. And who might you be?
I'm Sean. I'll tell you what. I'll see if one of the other priests is able to go and find Kindly. I think he's gone out for a bit, and we can discuss any problems you have while we wait.
Of course. Thank you.
I'll go and see if I can find one of the other orderlies and get them to go and find Kindly.
And one of them will nod. Yes, of course, Sean. I will go and see what I can do. And he will amble off, head bowed, but as quick as he can without breaking the speed barrier. Jadora will look up. Is it possible to get a cup of tea while we wait, before I unburden my soul upon you?
Seem appropriate. I'll take her into one of the meditation rooms and organise some tea with another one of the orderlies.
I'll be right back too.
Thank you. All right.
You getting me a cup of tea?
Apparently not. He's getting himself one. He's going to Irish it up.
Irish it up. Irish tea.
Smart.
Yep. All the Irish, none of the tea. Jadora will be quiet unless you address her, and she will just head bow, sad look in her eyes, and wait for some tea or a high priest or any priest to offer her some kind of comfort. Hands will be clasped in her lap.
When the tea gets back, I'll serve her tea and then ask her what I can do. What can I do to help you? Or what seems to be the problem?
I have travelled far and wide for many a year, and I have made enemies and friends and lost both along the way. Some it was good to lose, others it was bad. But as I mentioned, I have committed many an atrocity, and I feel that I have lost my way, and I need to be brought back along the path of the righteous. You wonder can help me with this.
I like to believe that I follow a true path, but I'm not sure that anyone can judge exactly what is the perfect right versus the perfect wrong in this world, because sometimes there are things that there is no clear path. We can only strive for what we believe is the right path.
Yes, I agree, and they are wise words indeed. I am not a member of this order. I am not a member of the Order of the Heart. I am a member of the Order of the Blade, and we take our duties fairly sacred. But we are still members of the religions of nobility, and try to better ourselves and those around us with ideals that are noble and well-meaning. But I fear that darkness has shrouded my soul, and in the course of my travels, I took too great a delight in the wanton slaughter of my enemies, and I slaughtered many. I fear that my feet have begun down a path that I might not be able to tread back from, and it worries me some. Even now, the lust of battle rings in my ears and my soul.
It worries you.
It does.
Suggests that you haven't completely lost your soul to the blood battle lust, does it not? If you were truly a monster, you would not question your desire for battle. Whilst you continue to question, you maintain a certain level of reason.
I guess you are correct in that, but the worry I have is fleeting most of the time. Even now, it is but a ghost in the night, and the lust of battle calls me stronger than my worry concerns me. But for some reason I found my way here, hoping, I guess, against all odds, that I could be set right. But fate, Providence brought me to you. What do you know, Sean, of the Blessed of the Eight?
What do I know of the Blessed of the Eight? I know that the Blessed of the Eight,
They are monsters, Sean,
They-
unfortunately. They are monsters. They live and they reside in all of us, especially yourself. For, unfortunately, they are the nagging claws of divinity that seek out the honest and the good-willed and the pure of mind and heart and corrupt them, for the Eight are horrible, demonic entities. I have slaughtered many of the Blessed of the Eight, men like yourselves who unfortunately became beguiled and corrupted by the power. I'm not saying that I would do it to you. No, you are nowhere near down that path yet. There is a curse upon this world, a horrific curse. And I fear that I have said too much already. But guard yourself, Sean. Guard yourself well. And she will get up. Thank you for the tea. I hope I do not see you again for some time, but I'm sure I probably will. Tell kindly Ollery that Dredora, Maiden of the Truth of Barn, was here. He will know who I am and what it means. And she will pick up her axe and she will walk out without saying another word.
She should go hunt that dragon.
It sounds like you weren't. It sounds like you weren't very helpful.
It sort of sounded like she was testing to see if he was corrupted and needed killing.
Maybe. I think Kindly might be in trouble though.
A couple minutes after Dredora leaves, the Acolyte will return. Kindly will be here shortly. He was in a very, very in-depth discussion with somebody. I tried to impress upon him the importance that you asked me to seek him out, and he nodded and said he would come as soon as he could. I'm hopeful that it won't take too long, but sometimes he does get caught up in these things.
See when you had that discussion.
We've lost Craig.
No, I'm back.
You're not in Roll20?
Oh, should be.
Well, it's not showing you as in Roll20. There you are. Anyway, if none of the rest of you wish to do anything, you can all return to the Sly Wink. You can recongregate, etc. You have done things during the day, gone out and seen places and people, found items, procured items, some honourably.
Some not.
honorably.
Does Kindly turn up in the end or not?
Kindly will turn up in the end, sorry, if you wish to say anything to him, but he looks a bit disturbed and, otherwise distracted. And it took maybe an hour or so after that for him to turn up, not a couple minutes. And it is late in the day. There's the
Oh, well, I'll tell him that, what is it? Dora was there.
Dora, the explorer.
Dredora was there and that she was a member of the, what is it, Maiden of the Truth? A member of the Order of the Blade was visiting.
What? Dredora was here. Oh no, no. That's not good. What did you tell her?
I didn't tell her much at all. I just sat down and had a cup of tea with her.
She hasn't been in this city for years. She hasn't been in the valley for years. Seek out Sir Etienne. Let him know that Dredora is back.
Etienne, can you tell me anything about her? Why are you so worried?
Seek out Sir Etienne. Seek out Sir Etienne or one of his fellow. He knows about Dredora. He'll be interested that she has returned.
Okay. Oh, well, if that's all you can say about it.
I have things to contemplate, and yes, I know that you know of Sir Etienne, and you know him reasonably well. Seek Sir Etienne out. Tell him that Dredora is back. Did she give a title when she returned?
Maiden of the Truth?
The Truth of Barn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. Yeah, the Truth of Barn.
Okay, so definitely tell Sir Etienne. He will be more than interested, especially if she's taken on that title for herself. It does not bode well. Does not bode well at all. She is reasonably benign, but, to those who are good. But trouble follows in her footsteps, and if she has returned, then there are shadows on the horizon. She's come here for a reason. She never goes anywhere without an agenda. Find Sir Etienne, let him know. Please. Please. I need to go find something. Thank you for your help today, Sean. It's been most useful and appreciated. I can't see you to the door. See yourself out. I need to go and look something up. Thank you again. And he'll move off pretty reasonably quickly.
So where's Sir Etienne live?
You don't know where he lives. He's somewhere in the city. He turns up occasionally. He often visits the Sly Wink. But he has many allies.
I guess I'm going to the Sly Wink anyway.
You can all return to the Sly Wink and meet up
Mm-hmm.
with your gains for the day.
Indeed. I would like to check my gains over and see if there's anything that needs to be mended on them.
Most of them are in pretty good nick. They do keep them and maintain them quite well. You've found a few little personal odds and sods here and there.
Exactly. Gotta file off those serial numbers. I mean, repair and damage.
Oh dear, what the hell have you gotten into?
Yep. They were what appear to be reasonably unique items, quite decently maintained. They look quite nice. You would say that they've been probably custom made.
Oh. Excellent. Well, I guess I wouldn't hand them out anytime soon then. I'll just hang on to them for a little while.
It's only upon close inspection that you realise that. I mean, when you decided to obtain them, you were doing what you could reasonably quickly and efficiently, and didn't have time to stop and pay too much attention to what you were collecting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's fine. I'll just keep them in my backpack at the moment then.
Cool. But yes, you can all rejoin each other at the Sly Wink.
Sweet.
Lovely. How was everyone's day? I don't actually care. I just thought I'd try to be polite.
It was good.
People, I chatted to rich people who had issues.
How was Kooklane, Sean? Was he helpful?
I'm assuming he came. He was wonderful. He also helped me feed the poor and talk to rich people who had issues.
Yeah.
Feed rich people to the poor.
Oh, if only.
Sometimes that solves everyone's problems.
Dol will enter with Are you heading back, Siobhan?
Yeah. I'm back there. Yeah.
Dol will enter with you. We have to kill Fat Bert, he says quite loudly. At which point, everybody else who's in the Sly Wink stops what they're doing and looks up. I'm Kruber now.
God, we really need to do something about that. We should probably talk to Leshnara again. The fact that like it doesn't help putting him in wherever we want to put him.
Can you just petrify him? That's probably the safest option.
Wow, Al. Wow, I like it. I love it. That is
Hey,
rough.
he'll be case fresh.
Cold-blooded.
We'll just turn him into a rat until we need him to be useful again.
The momentary pause in the sly wink among the other patrons only lasts but a couple of seconds, and then people go back to what's that?
Nobody really cares.
No.
That bird doesn't have any friends here. We're not at the Anchor's Rest.
No.
Um,
Yeah.
I shake my head at what he says, and then once I'm sitting down at the table, I explain to them the job that I've taken.
Oh, we know about Fat Bird. He's a bit of a jerk. I'd be quite happy to help that.
Yeah, he has a bit of a name amongst the town guard. And we don't necessarily have to kill him, you know. We just have to warn him away from pursuing any more romantic interests toward Leela.
Okay, sure. Hope Leela agrees with that. That could be interesting.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
That Bert has annoyed me in the past, so
Yeah, he's not exactly. We're not
He's no
exactly on the level. Well, we don't want to kill him, but you know, we don't want to help him either.
No.
yeah.
Well,
They'll understand.
personally,
It's not personal. It's just business.
I've got no interest in drawing even more attention to ourselves than we already have. But feel free to go and do whatever.
Well, I'd like to say I don't think this is a right thing to do. I mean, as long as Fat Bert's not forcing her into any action, I don't see any reason why we should be stepping in here.
Or we could talk to Leela
wouldn't-
herself. See what's
Should
going
talk to the guard's daughter and make sure she's happy with it. She's not being forced by anyone to do what she doesn't want to do.
Sister.
Sister. It is his sister, yes.
Yes.
So,
Sounds wise.
sister.
But importantly, Sean, the sister isn't paying us.
That's fine, but then we can not get paid.
Yeah, have you met Fat Bert? Like, I can't honestly see his sister wanting to be.
Might have more money and she might only be interested in it.
Look, sometimes the
that's
bigger
very
the
true.
cushion. Fat Bert's very nice on a cold winter night, okay? Just saying.
He's just a big. He's just a big teddy bear.
He's real cuddly with her.
Yeah. Everyone else calls him Fat Bert. She just calls him Teddy Bear.
Yeah.
I can't.
Teddy.
We can't vouch for Leela's taste in women, so we should find out. Can't say. I can't say I'd approve of hers if she was interested in him.
That's harsh. There's a person for every season.
That's fine.
Regardless,
Since
my expedition to the Alchemist went about as well as it usually does. The good news is Mark isn't in danger of hurting anybody. The bad news is he did reanimate, but not to a degree that should be concerning. He is now currently used as a doorbell.
Bellhop?
Does he hop? Maybe just a bell thug.
A bell end.
Regardless, there is not too much concern at the moment. I think it is fine if we leave him with the Alchemist.
Well, I guess he won't be going anywhere by himself.
No, not at all. Who did the alchemist did say he was interested in something? Was it dragons or was it like halflings?
Halflings. Oh, he said something about both actually.
Yes,
He said Mark was part dragon.
yes, that was it. That was a dragon connection. Yes, no. Apparently, Mark was special. I'm not even sure whether if he knew about it, but I guess it's pretty irrelevant now.
I think we all knew Mark was pretty special.
All these insults, and he's not even here to improve.
I'm pretty sure
Nobody's player is, and that's the main thing.
I'm pretty sure it's just after Halfling for spite and revenge. So, you know.
Look, you can be half orc and half dragon. That's still a half orc.
It certainly is.
But yes,
Indeed.
also, hey, Minerva, have a healing potion. We bought 3, and we thought you might as well have 1 too.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Turns out
Sean never gets healing potions.
I mean, the thing is, the reason everyone else has one is that if you go unconscious, we can give it to you rather than you just dying.
Yeah. Kind of,
All right.
Because feeding people healing potions is a much better option than trying to revive them, right?
I mean,
usually, yeah.
prevention rather than cure.
Also,
Don't worry, I killed someone's character in another game by spending a couple of rounds trying to unsuccessfully revive them when I realized after I'd killed him that I actually had a healing potion.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah. Also,
Give Sivan any of the healing potions.
Sorry.
Don't give Sivan any of the healing potions.
Yes, well,
also the pervert these potions kind of let slip they had a potion of heroism.
Well,
I mean, do you believe anything that he says? Like, I don't. I entirely believe it probably isn't.
useful for us though. Really? Is it 500 gold? Or what was it? How much were they selling it for?
It's for 500.
Not the heroism one. The
That's a 450 for us. But so I guess
Is it worth 450 for us? Keeping in mind that when we go to level next time, we need to level some characters. It's going to cost a lot of dosh.
selling for the level 5. Oh my goodness.
Hmm?
Again, that's a long way off for me.
Yeah, it will cost us a lot of money, but hopefully we'll go gain some money.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you know,
indeed.
you don't get any money if you're dead. So
Yep.
survival is key.
I don't know. Elvis still makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is true. Also, just in terms of the healing potions, Grail, are they weak ones or
They're just standard ones.
cool? So I'll add a different layer to my thing because I have a weak one and a standard one. What's the difference between a weak and standard?
One is just one, isn't it?
Minor healing potions heal 1, and regular healing potions are d6 plus 1.
Correct.
Cool.
And then you get ones that have up to 3 charges.
Yep. Extra healing.
Extra healing.
The
Yeah.
advantage with the potions of minor healing is that any form of magical healing will instantly stabilize.
Yeah,
Yep. Cool.
they're very handy.
Yeah.
So the ones that got charges, like it's got 3 charges, can you just like down all 3 in one for 3d6 plus 3, or do you have to
Yes.
go 1d6 plus 1, 1d6
No,
plus
you can
1?
do it as a shot.
Yes. Absolutely, you can.
Cool.
It's a very expensive shot.
Yes.
Not if it keeps you alive.
Indeed. Well worth it if it keeps you alive.
Yep.
Absolutely. Alright. real question is, should I learn levitate?
If you drink the extra healing potion, though, as individual sips, they don't do 1d6 plus 1, they just do 1d6. You lose the plus 1.
Yeah.
So you can drink the whole thing and get 3d6 plus 3, or you can drink it in 3 separate equal portions for 1d6 per portion.
Okay.
Collectively, it is better than the sum of its parts.
Yep.
Alright. How long would it is it going to take to have the armor built made for
So you got a couple more days.
Okay.
But, you can just say we're just going to do X or Y. You don't have to go off and roleplay all the individual things. If you want to just say, this is what I'm intending to do, then we can determine if anything happens. Or you can just say, we're just going to bum around and have a little bit of downtime and get drunk. We can do that as well.
Guys, does everybody want a pendant with continual light on it?
That sounds extremely helpful.
Sound very
Mm.
helpful.
Because I can make one of those per day. I already have 2 of them, but if you guys want me to make some more of them, I can do that over the next few days. Otherwise, I'm going to use it to do other things that are more funny for me. But
Look, Lenza
happy.
would absolutely like one. So
Yeah, because then you can put it in like a pouch, and you can take the pouch off it when you want light.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be keen for one of those. If
All right,
you're not
cool.
too
Well
much
then,
trouble.
But are we just going to be? Shall we just wait around here and do a few things? I guess the main thing that allows us to do would be actually to go intimidate. What's the name? I guess that'd be the one thing we'd probably want to stay around here for a few days to do. So
well,
Sure. Are you going to tell us about Dradora?
How do you know about Tradora? Maybe he chose not to.
Yeah, well, that's what. Okay, out of character, I'm asking if Sean divulges that to the party.
Actually, yeah, because Sean has to go finding Seretin. Where do we find Seretin?
he normally hangs out here.
So Etienne.
Etienne, is it?
Etienne. So
Yeah,
Etienne's
it's like a
so Etienne,
steakhouse,
so
isn't it?
Etienne's a big guy with 2 heads.
mhm.
Me, Sir Etienne. No, me, Sir Etienne.
Oh no! Don't give him more ideas.
I'm Etten now.
If he gets rid of him.
So, yes, sometimes Sir Etienne is here. He comes in here fairly frequently. You often will find members of the Brotherhood of the Silver Dagger in here, whether it's Ferdinand, Brother Tobias, or Gorast, or Sir Etienne. Even Willibrod knows a little bit about Sir Etienne and has been dealing with him a bit lately, so maybe even Willibrod might be able to help you. But he does turn up here on a semi-regular basis. But, again, he is gallivanting around the valley doing deeds of justice. Deeds of justice.
hmm
Someone's going to make the rest of us adventurers look good.
Yeah. Now, I think the things that I had actually asked for to be built were taking longer than the suits of armor were.
Yes.
So, I think I want to hang around for like 7 days or something like that. How long was it that my stuff was taking?
7 days will be fine. Because I can't remember.
I guess I was saying for that long. Can anyone level up? Like, that's
No.
probably a good time to check. I don't know how far away you guys are though from.
I'm
No, I need
10,000
it.
XP away.
Quite a long time.
On 1,000 XP away.
That's not that much.
Well,
No,
Maybe I
1,000 is
should-
quite good. I'd love to be 1,000 away. Yeah.
Maybe I should
yeah.
smash out some pages in the Obsidian portal while we're sitting here for the get some
Right,
XP.
you should.
I'm only
Knock 'em up.
5,000 away. It's not too bad.
Knock them away. Knock them up. Absolutely.
But yeah,
So-
no. If we're not actually, then it's fine. I just wanted to double check just in case if we had have an actual downtime, then we could have some sort of better use out of it. But no, if we're just gonna chill here for a week, then sure.
You can do that if you wish.
Lens us down for a break.
You could try to find a good deal on a wagon.
I guess I could try and do that.
Gotta paint
I'm
this
also
wagon.
I'm also tempted to, if anyone cares, I'm gonna might purchase myself a pistol.
fancy.
I mean, I'd hold off on that. Pistols.
Why?
No reason. They're cool and all. But, like, I don't know. Your birthday could be coming up, and
I sure raise an eyebrow and say,
We're not going to fucking open your backpack and just find.
well, don't open my backpack.
it's a bit hard now that you put an arcane lock on it.
I haven't yet. I have to get the new backpack for that. That's what I'm waiting 7 days for.
So basically, if we're hanging out for 5 or 7 days or whatever it is, I'll just keep an eye out for known associates of whatever his name.
The Order of the Silver Dagger. We're looking for those guys. Yep.
Yeah, Order of Silver Dagger people. Are those guys in the mercenary camp?
No,
No.
he's not a mercenary. But he does. You can find him either at the keep. You see him sometimes at the Sly Wink. There's also the safe house where we got given the stuff by the Willowbrod led us to. We could
That's
probably
him.
go there.
That's him, Henry. He's turned up many times.
And we could always ask Willowbrod if he knows where he's at the time.
Yeah,
Not that many times for me.
not sure if we want to
He's
talk
been
to
around
him.
a fair bit.
But yes, I know it does imply it does require talking to Willowbrod. But if you want to find him,
I just think every time we talk to Willowbrod, he survives an encounter with a very dangerous foe and gets a lot of XP for it.
Yeah, he's like level 20 by now.
bit of bloody appreciate it.
It's a dangerous foe that he's
Us.
Party.
I don't think so.
He survives the encounter with us.
Okay. I would also, apart from looking for a bug on a wagon, I would like to see if I can research what could be haunting Lacrima Keep.
Sure.
Ooh, look it up. That's a good plan.
Yeah,
I like that plan.
if
Weaknesses.
it's going to be. I guess it's going to be pretty hard if Sean isn't there to help me. But I will. I don't know.
So the Scriveners Guild will be of use there, but also the churches. Lashanara has a pretty decent library, so he might be also of benefit. There is a big library in the keep, and Lord Barris Castlane, you also know, especially Siobhan will know that he has a decent library there. Also a personal library, but you might be able to get curry favour to get in to have a squizzle.
All right.
They are probably your best. They are probably your best things to target regarding research.
Are you researching?
The probable banshee who's currently haunting Lacrima Keep and killing all those people and stuff. So we should make sure if we're going to try and take it on, we should make sure we've got the right equipment to do it.
Sounds like a plan.
He prefers the term vocally challenged.
in the inverse way, one would usually expect yes.
Sure. So then you are thinking of research on the spirit of Lacrima Keep. Looking for Sir Etienne, either directly or through a known associate, and not much else.
I'm going to make these pendants, and I'm going to scribe
pendants.
some spells, because I've got some spells to put in my spell book,
Sure.
which hopefully won't kill me.
Okay.
I'm going to look into, while those guys are doing that, I'm going to look into Flatbird.
Yeah, look into Fat Bird. That's a scary proposition.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing we probably should do something about is Kruber.
Yeah, a way of talking to Lenza and seeing if Lashnar and seeing if there's a way of restraining him in such a way that he can't escape.
Yeah, probably. We should probably at least tell Lashinara that, just put him in and lock up really hasn't.
Him.
Doll's sitting there quite happy, or I'm Krupa now, sitting there quite happy with an ale in his hand. You don't know where he got the ale from, but he's sitting there. It's half empty. He has a bit of froth around his mouth and his lip.
Yes, Kruba living up to his name.
There is an empty tankard sitting next to him.
Well, I guess he's doing that bit properly.
Fair.
We should.
Oh,
Do we trust him enough to actually give him a weapon?
No, of course not.
Okay.
I have weapon.
My mind is my weapon.
He pats an arming sword, which you never saw was belted at his side before.
Oh. Well, that's convenient.
how did he get that?
So where you get this?
He points over across the room of the Sly Wink, the common room, to where there is a drunk and passed out man at a table. It looks like he has a weapon belt, sans scabbard.
Oh, good. It's fantastic. Kruber, did you lift his drink as well?
Lift, and he'll then take a drink.
Just Linda says, just so you know, guys, if it wasn't for the fact that we might need him alive for Kruber to come back, I would have killed him long ago.
Yeah, me too.
He smiles.
Yeah.
He'll say something in a language that you don't understand. Smile again. Kill.
Just be really apologetic when the real Kruber comes back. Sorry, we killed your dude. We couldn't handle him anymore. We caved his head in with a hammer. So what we're doing? Do we want to look for a wagon as well?
Wagon.
Should we invest in a wagon?
I mean, it depends how much stuff we ever want to carry. We're sort of at capacity, if that makes sense. We've got 2 donkeys.
Yeah, I was going to say, are our donkeys currently overburdened, or?
No, but there have been situations where...
Inherited Carradin's donkey. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
We...
I think wasn't Mark on a donkey in the first place?
Yes. That's right. The donkeys were other people's.
So
Yeah, one was Carradin's and one was Mark's.
Yep, one was Mark's. That's basically what he started
now they're
with.
the parties.
Yeah.
He spent half his starting gold on a donkey.
I want to see Carradin bought hers later on.
we've only got 2 mules, though, don't we?
Yeah, we've just got 2 donkeys.
Mm.
I assume would donkeys be able to cart a wagon around? I assume that wouldn't be an issue.
It depends on the size of the wagon. We'd probably be better off getting a draft horse for a wagon.
So, yeah, donkeys would be better pulling a cart.
Yeah.
Wagons are much bigger and heavier, so yes, they will struggle, especially if the ground is soft.
Yeah.
Or if the wagon gets overladen.
We're better off
And the
with
wagon, the amount a wagon can pull is decided by how many horses you have on it.
Yeah.
So if you've got 2 draft horses on a wagon, it's it can carry so much more stuff. If you have 1 cart horse on a wagon, or draft horse, then it just carries, I can't remember what it is, 2,000 pounds or something like that. And it's 4,500 with 2. Maybe that's only 1,200 for one.
2 or 4 draft horses. Draw it. 2 horses can pull a load of 1,500 pounds, while 4 can pull 4,500 pounds.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay, so we'd need 2 to begin with for £1,500. But £1,500 is actually heaps.
Yeah.
Like, that means that we could all have, like, backup helmets in the cart. Like, which is actually really handy for us. We can also have, like, shields in the cart. We can have... Like, there's a lot of things that... Like, you can't just have, like, shields on a donkey, if that makes sense.
I mean, I mean, if we just tie shields around it, it gets an armor.
Yeah, but I mean, technically at the moment, somehow our donkeys are carrying 10-foot poles, which I question the veracity of. Like, you could totally do it, but it's... I can only imagine what
There's
that
a carrot
really...
on the end of them, and they're like dangling over the front.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying
You see, you're
it looks
just
less ridiculous in a wagon.
They're
You're
not
not-
doing any tight turns.
I was gonna say, like how you tie 10-foot poles. You put one end of the 10-foot pole on one donkey, and one of the 10-foot pole on the other donkey, and that's how we keep them together at all times.
And then you
And
sit,
tie together.
and then you sit on top of the two of them like it's a howdah.
Indeed, that's how we make a stretcher. Yeah, I'm not saying we can't do it. I'm just saying, do we particularly not want to invest in a wagon? They're not hugely expensive.
I mean, if we get, I'd prefer not to invest in a horse at this current juncture.
Okay, that's fine. Then let's not do that.
How do we get like a small cart if we think that's good?
Okay.
We can attach the donkeys to.
Fine. Does anyone want to spend the 7 days finding an amazing hireling? Because that is also, and by that I mean a retainer, because that's also something that you could do over like 7 days. Is find somebody good.
It's validity in having a wagon, because where we're going most of the time there's not going to be a road, and without a decent trail it's going to be more trouble than it's worth. If we
Well,
go over
we don't
rocky
need road.
terrain, up a hill, anything like that, through a creek, if you've got a wagon and there's no road, you've just lost your wagon.
Well,
So-
that's why we've got the retainers, because you can always ditch your retainers with your wagon.
Take
but
the
the point
wagon
is-
back to town, Billy Bob.
But the point is, if we're trying to, if we've got to travel from A to B, and we want what's in the wagon or whatever,
Mhm.
like when we're going dungeon crawling or whenever we're going to a forest, you can't
we
take
take
the
the
wagon in
donkeys
the
then.
forest.
If it's something that
We're
we're
not
keeping in a
ditching the
wagon,
donkeys.
then it's something that we're not going to be able to carry on ourselves anyway.
Mm.
It's like the base camp. It's like a town that you move with you, but not as good as a town, obviously. But it's like our miniature town or our camp. We take the donkeys with us on the adventure. We leave them outside the dungeon, or as close as we can get to it, and we continue going. Wagons can travel across terrain, as a side note, like they did.
That's
Yeah,
what
not
I was
quickly.
built for, traveling across country.
Sorry?
That's what they did, like
Yeah,
travel across country to
yeah.
deliver goods.
They're a lot more restrictive of where you can travel.
Yes,
They are.
I do
compared to donkeys.
agree.
They are.
But again, I do think we should probably have a better system of like leaving stuff behind when we don't need them. I know it hasn't been historically like been a good idea, because we've always had trouble when we split any sort of party. But
Okay, I'm fine with staying with the 2 donkeys. It's just this was an opportunity that we could get a lot of stuff.
I guess the question is, at this current juncture, do we need more space?
That's more. Yeah. Do we need more crap? What's the
Is- is-
benefit of
Does
getting?
anyone have? Do we don't have any plans to add more stuff that we need actually more space than we have with the donkeys?
Well, I would like to buy an additional 4 helmets.
Thadir,
Because-
who's been sitting off to the side very quietly, as you guys have all been discussing this, will just speak up. If you're going to get a wagon and you're only having me guard it, then my price is going up.
We'd get another person, don't worry, Thader.
I think you need another 3.
Ooh. We'd need
Wagon is
4 people for a wagon.
Wagon is a bigger target.
He makes a good point.
If you're going to leave guards at the wagon, you can't just have one person on guard at a time. You'll lose the wagon.
Yeah, like he needs to sleep as well.
It's probably hard to get mercenaries at the moment as well.
Well,
We probably have to
No,
get-
there's a big camp of them outside there.
yeah, but they don't want to do that. They've got a job at the moment. That's my point. Like, people are hiring up mercenaries. I would have thought.
Thady will continue speaking that there's plenty of bandits in the valley now. They probably have been hard done by with their choice of profession lately because of the mercenary camp out the front. Understood, understated, and understandable. But, they're still out there. If you're going to have a wagon, they will see that as the nectar of the heavens, and they will be after that. And if you've only got one person on guard at any one time, it doesn't matter where you take it. People will find it, people will want it, and people will try and take it. So you need to have
If you build it, they will come.
You need to have numerous guards to stand guard over that. Because guards need to sleep, guards need to eat, guards need to clean their equipment, rest, recuperate. You can't be on watch the whole time. You need to have a rotating guard on it. Even if it doesn't have anything of value in it, the bandits won't know that. And if you've got a large wagon with only a handful of guards on it, they will see that as prime candidate. You have not been targeted by bandits most likely in the past. You are not a valuable target. You are a small group of heavily armoured individuals. You are not worth a bandit's time. Put a wagon in your train and suddenly your target priority increases tenfold. And then he'll stop talking and continue drinking his beer.
Yep. I think we're fine for now.
Okay. But again, does anybody want a retainer though? Or to?
That's a
I
good
am
idea.
good, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I actually think that's a good idea. I mean, I already got one, so it's probably not a great idea if I get another one at the moment.
It's actually best for us anyway, because we have the highest charisma. Al. So
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone want me to hire get a hireling on their behalf?
You can't do that.
No,
Oh.
It's different to
I
retainer.
mean, you can hire
Well,
someone.
I'm gonna have to
can't get a
I'll find out
retainer
later,
for
'cause I'm
someone
gonna go
else.
deal with someone. I'll be back.
You like to work for my friend here.
Yeah. Do you want to be this guy's bestie? He's cool. I guess that is the wingman. Yeah. That's fine.
No, can I get
I might just get one extra helmet.
Tradora as my retainer?
don't know. You'll have to go and have to talk to her. You gotta put forth the proposition. You gotta
I
put
suspect-
forth the. Yeah,
I suspect I'd be her retainer somehow.
hmm
Yeah, I don't know. Retainer's not a bad idea.
I don't need a
I'm going to put some web and detect invisible into my book using scribe over 2 days. 'Cause that's
Sure.
what I was rolling.
You're getting these from Jarill's spellbook?
Yeah, they're from Drill's spellbook.
Okay.
He has like a whole lot of other spells that I don't know, but I'm actually thinking of trying to sell his spellbook or give it to Thingamajig.
Thingamajig?
Damn it. How could I forget his name? The Enchanter.
Lashana.
Lashinara. Yeah. Lashinara.
Cool.
So what are the things we were planning to do in our 7 days of R&R?
Well, go bully the random dock worker,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fat bird?
and that sounds like it's about it. Unless there's like personal stuff people want to attend to.
Yeah. I've made everybody a continual light pendant over that period of time.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you very much for that. That'll
So-
be handy.
So add
we-
that to your character, I guess.
So we're looking for Surret and we're
So-
researching Lacrima Keep.
Mhm.
Seeing
Oh,
if
yes, that was the other
Lashinara knows a way of restraining Dol, making a number of continual
Ooh.
light necklaces. We're writing spells in the spell books,
Mhm.
and bully Fat Bert.
thing. Hmm.
That's Savan only, isn't it?
Well, I think they wanted backup.
Unless
Not from
anyone
me.
else wants to come with me. I have a plan in place if I can have to do it by myself. But if anyone wants to come, they're welcome.
I think that's wrong, and I think you're being very amoral.
Cool.
Oh, and I should spend some time studying the Prince's Rod.
That's right. You got the fancy stick.
Well, technically Hypatia has it, but Hypatia can't use it, so
Is it? The Prince's Rod sounds very erotic.
mhm.
And yet
Is
that
it-
is
or
what
is
it's
it-
called.
Anything Zildo if you're brave enough.
Is it like a Prince Alfred or something?
No, it's just
A rod that belonged to a prince, hence
where's
the
the
prince's rod.
it's under Hypatia's stuff, in
What's the
in
prince?
the character sheets.
What's the prince called? Alfred.
No,
No.
he was
Do you
called
mean
Poor
Al-
Victim.
Mhm. I'll replace my Crybaby since I used one. 3,
Dear.
4.
I'm still very sad we lost the scepter.
In fact, I'll make a bunch of those because that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my days.
Sure. So the wagon is off,
Yep.
looking for Sir Etienne or an associate, making the amulets, which you have done already. So we'll assume that days are passing now. You were going to also go and try and bully Fat Bert.
Ooh.
Yep, and look into Lacrima Keep.
Back.
That wrong, I know, but
That's alright. It's able to be spelt. Alright. So, Minerva's days are accounted for with her scribing spells, doing her continual lights necklaces, unless she's got anything else in particular. Hypatia was going to begin researching the spirit of Lacrima Keep. Was anyone going to assist her with that?
I'll probably help with that.
Okay,
So
so
I got not too much else to do.
Hypatia and Lenza are going to do that. Anyone else going to assist with that?
I'll
Nah.
fit that in with my that, and also I'll sort of split half a day doing that, half a day helping in the down in the abbey.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can probably look at the libraries down in the Pious Way while I'm helping out down there.
They are reasonably sparse, pious, unless you go into the two main churches down there. Of course, you'll probably need to make an offering to get access to their... well, actually, you're going to need to pay to get access to any of the libraries, but definitely to go into the churches, you'll need to make an offering, which will leave Siobhan. You alone will be going to bully Fat Bert, it seems. But you can always take,
You can take Theta.
or the donkeys.
Take Kruber.
Oh god.
Oh, yes.
Believe fine?
He will start smiling and nodding. He's got one of those, Jack Nicholson smiles on his face.
I think maybe the first thing we should do is try to fix that problem, because when we leave town, I don't want him just randomly showing up around us.
Very well. Well, I mean, we can all go together. It's not like it's going to take long.
Yeah, we can do that. Like, we can definitely take time out for that.
Yeah.
Although it seems unwise.
Well, I'm just spending my downtime, like, looking at the Prince's Rod and trying to work out what it does exactly. Because it doesn't take me too long casting some spells.
Yep, that's fine. Alright, so... Yep. which one do you guys wish to do first? Doesn't worry me.
Probably Dole.
Yeah.
All right. So how are you trying to? Okay, you're going to go see Lashanara.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lashanara is not there, and his house is locked up.
Oh.
He's out of business. Dang it.
If you guys want to decide on a message that you'd like to leave Lashanara, I can do that.
That might be the best idea then.
That will only be for Lashanara. I can't do it today because I didn't prepare that spell, but I could come back tomorrow and do that. Like
Alright.
if you want to make a 25-word message for Lashanara, I can do that.
Sounds good.
Sounds like the best
Yes.
way of
Can we just like carve it in his door?
Yeah, but then anybody can read it. My message will only go to Lashanara.
Oh well, fair enough.
Well, the odds are he's not going to be back in town tomorrow anyway.
I mean, if you just want to slip a piece of paper under his door, that's fine too. That saves me a spell slot. Win-win.
I think the more secure one is probably better. It guarantees it'll get to him.
Yep, sure.
Okay. Does it guarantee it gets to him, or only he can read it?
It'll talk to him.
Yeah.
So I guess anybody who's around will hear it, but it will only talk to him.
Yes, but someone can still intercept it and prevent it from being read, or talk to him.
If they dispel magic it, but like they'd have to find it. So what it is it's a thing that will detect him when he like comes close to it, and then it's going to start talking to him. So I'd put this thing like on his door itself, so they'd have to like remove the door, or dispel the door, or cover the door in a blanket that then Lashanara didn't remove, or something.
Who went to see Lashanara?
We all did, didn't
Probably
we?
all of us.
Okay. So whilst you are there discussing this, you'll notice that there is a figure that there's people walking up and down the streets all over the place. The city is fairly bustling at pretty much all times, but a single individual figure will break off from the mass moving up and down the street and move towards you. So Lashanara's house is number 11.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nice.
so that's Doric's Blades. What's the number? Is it 24?
I think it's
24. It is 24. I knew it was one of those two over there. So it's a little bit off to the side because it has like a nice little garden around it, etc. The single figure that moves towards you is an elf, fairly pale-looking, dark-haired, robed elf.
Interesting.
Oh,
And
yeah. Sounds familiar.
Oh.
he will move over towards you and he will stand just slightly off to the side, hands down at his side, watching you. He's about 10 feet away. Doesn't seem to interfere with you, but he's standing there, and his presence will become fairly shortly known. He's keeping a polite distance.
I've met him before. Hey, guy.
I think we all have.
No.
Or at least most of
Sounds
us.
familiar,
No,
but
no one else has met him.
Oh, okay.
We'd only seen him in the cutscene.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, yes, of course.
But Minerva met him last time she was at Lashanara's place. He was talking to the apprentice. Hey, do you have any idea when Lashanara will be back? Minerva will just walk up to him. Seems like a pleasant chap. And some kind of spellcaster.
I do know when he will be back. He has gone to Shilshanek. Went with some human adventurers yesterday or the day before
Huh.
at my behest.
Nice.
What is it? Are you after him for anything in particular? He has gone on a matter of grave urgency.
Yes, there's this creepy guy, I point to Dol. And we were looking for like a way to restrain him without killing him.
Oh, without killing him. I see.
Yeah,
That's the hard part.
that's the fly in the ointment.
I see. Why do you wish to retain this? He'll not look up and down. Thing.
We're not sure if the return of one of our allies is dependent on his survival. There's
Ah,
some kind of trade going on.
I see. How interesting. That makes me curious. Where did you pick this thing up from?
He just turned up one night.
Replaced the.
We were just
replaced
camping
our
out in the
party member.
woods, and our companion was missing, and this thing had replaced him. And he said there was some kind of trade, but we don't know what it was. Our friend has a tendency to make deals without us.
It's makes life difficult.
What have you to say for it, Thrall? And Dolwill? Or I am Kruber now. Of course you are. That's what they told you, and that's all that you can repeat, mostly.
Oh, we should also mention he speaks some sort of, I don't know, debased language. I don't know. Sean, can you elaborate on that? I'm not really sure.
Holy language.
Yeah, it's some sort of bastardized version of the language of the
Heavens,
heavens, gods. What is it?
Celeste. Well, it'd be
Divine
Celestial,
language
some other edition.
of the gods, or
Divine
gifted of the gods. But it's some sort of strange, twisted version of that I can't understand.
I see. Well, that's very, very interesting, very curious. I would love to study this Thrall at some stage. So, you wish to restrain him. Have you tried chains, binds, manacles, bonds, mundane means? Do they work?
Well,
That was
Not
the
even
issue,
a spell.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he managed to escape twice with no apparent
Effort.
evidence.
He turned up with a sword.
He now pats the Zweihander that he's got over his shoulder. Not sure where he picked up this 6.5 foot long sword from, but he has it at the moment. You realise at this point as well, he's wearing a strange, ill-fitting kettle helmet as well.
Does he still have the rapier? Or what was
No,
it, the rapier or an arming sword?
He had an arming sword. Yes, there's an arming sword belted at his side as well.
Man, he is the best thief.
He-
I'm gonna recruit him as my
As a
retainer.
retainer, yeah.
Please don't.
So, yes, if he is that good at escaping, then perhaps magical means are your only form of restraint. I don't have any at hand. Lashanaru would probably be of use, I assume, but have you tried the Keep? The Keep have magical restraints, do they not?
No idea.
I believe they do.
Savan, do you know the answer to this question?
Would I know the answer to that question?
The Keep are not part of Lord Castellane's
Alright,
control.
so
But you don't believe that they would. Nothing really powerful. They would probably have some methodology for disrupting or magic users' ability to cast spells, but that stuff is pretty hard to come by and to maintain. So,
I'll say no. We haven't tried the keep yet. We'll hope. Well, Lashanaru has been more forthcoming in general than.
I know who you are. Yes, you're the one with the curse upon you, aren't you?
Curse? Is he talking
Yes.
to Ruba?
No, he's talking to you.
Ah, dang it. Maybe.
Ah,
If you're referring to the book, then yes, it hasn't got any better.
the book.
No.
Maybe we should go somewhere private and discuss this.
Yes, though your help would be most appreciated. No!
Please, lead on. My name is Vildras.
Oh, Vildras, it's a pleasure to meet you. Actually, maybe we can trade like some arcane knowledge. I would love to put another spell into my book, and I have a spell book that maybe I could trade for one that you are also not using anymore. I don't know if you have an old spell book.
Perhaps. But let us go somewhere private and discuss this.
Sure.
Lead on. I will follow you.
Okay.
Do we
I
have
guess
anywhere
I
private?
take him back to my rooms at the Sly Wink. That's the most private place I have.
Do you want someone to be there with you in case this complete stranger decides?
I mean, I trust this guy. He's obviously friends with Lashinara.
I can hear you.
I have wisdom 4. I'm just like, yeah.
I can assure you that I am completely trustworthy.
Do I believe that?
You see, Linda turns and says, "You see now, I know that's not true because you're an elf, and
Ah,
let's not beat around the bush here. Our kind aren't the most forthcoming with information at the best of times."
but you are young, and you are unwise in the ways. I am not that young. I have been around for quite some time. But, of course, everybody must distrust everybody else. It is the way of the world. I am as trustworthy as anyone else that you will find in this city at this present point. How is that?
As trustworthy as Sir Etienne. Okay.
Well, shall we come along and
No.
see what he has to say?
Didn't he
I
say
mean-
trustworthy as anyone else in the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Sir Edian might not be in the city.
Ooh, Trixie. Still wisdom 4. Let's go.
I have no means, or let me rephrase that, because I have the means. I have no reason to wish to harm you.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
we're happy to hear. We're happy to sit in on this conversation. I mean, I probably won't understand half of it, but
Well, it would be a very quick conversation.
Okay.
And then straight to the killing.
Mhm.
Sure. We'll
Please.
all bustle into my room.
First name basis, social distancing. Nope.
Okay, you can head back to the Sly Wink. Ah, very well. Please, tell me of your curse. I spoke to Lashinara about many things, and he mentioned that before he was about to head off, he was researching someone's curse to try and assist them. But I pressed upon him such a matter of urgency that he had to leave.
Yes.
To leave immediately with those adventurers, the human adventurers. So, as I took your potential savior away, it is only right that I try my best to help you in this current climate. Tell me
Well,
of your story. Tell me
the
of your whole story. All of you, if you wish. I can be of benefit.
sure, I guess I start at the beginning of my story that's like 2 months old now. So I woke up in this stone circle that was smashed apart. Blah 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 blah, etc.
Do you tell him everything? Do you tell him about the wand and all that?
Of my memories? Yes, absolutely. I'll even show him the wand. I'm mending it. I've mended it 168 times.
I know of these wands.
Oh, you do? Really?
Yes.
No one else did.
Hmm.
That's awesome.
They are very old. I had one myself when I was but young, learning the ways of magic. It is a focus wand. It will break, you will mend it. It will break again, and you will mend it. It will be used to bind and control your memories and your focus. It is given to those who are more flighty in nature.
To what end? What's the purpose of it?
They keep you focused.
Oh. Interesting. I mean, I guess I do mend it a lot.
If you did not mend it, and you would find that you would become more and more erratic. Your memories would probably start to eke away, and who knows what would be left? A husk, maybe. Some other people or person inhabiting your body, you would not know. This focuses your mind. That means that you have a schism.
Huh. Can I ever finish with this rod? Do you still have to mend your rod?
No, I gave in to it.
You gave into it. So yours broke apart and now you're flighty?
No, I'm not flighty. But that's par for the course. Let me have a look at this other thing that you spoke of.
Sure. I don't really want to touch it again since the priestess made it so that I'm not compelled, but I still don't really want to touch it. So I just open my pack. And so everybody, I guess, can see that I have 2 pistols in there and the book.
May I?
Surely you would have hidden that better.
Really?
Wisdom
Wisdom
ball.
4
Oh, right,
better
yeah,
than putting
sure.
it in their pack?
May I have a look?
Yes, absolutely.
He'll reach in and he'll pick up the very large, heavy book.
I will raise an eyebrow at the pistols and look back at Minerva's and raise an eyebrow.
I acquired them for your birthday.
Wow. Well, I'm flattered. They're very shiny.
You're welcome.
Who are you, book? He will ask. You hear the book, but no one else will. Mumble a few things. You are mine now, book. I bind you to me. Let go of the half-elf.
Do I feel it let go of me, or I couldn't feel it anyway?
You do not feel it let go. The elf gets a bit angry. You let go of the half-elf. I bind you to me. You are mine now. I will control you, not the other way around. Your power is now mine. You feel that there is a little bit of a struggle, and then the elf will place his hand upon the book, and palm blade. You are mine now, book. You may release the half-elf. Gothfa, you are mine. And you are released.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thanks. I'm not sure you really wanted to take on that curse, though.
Oh no, it's now the book that is cursed, not me.
Ooh.
I thank you for this gift. It is most appreciated.
This is a lot of
You're
dirt.
welcome. As a fellow elf and a wise one, it's good to meet a fellow in the ways of the magics.
You should probably mention that it's probably a conduit for the ogre, for an ogre.
I know. I told the whole story, so he
Oh, okay,
knows
cool,
that I
yes,
got
he
it
knows
from the
about that.
ogre, and that would seriously. Minerva was just yeah, sure. Blah blah blah. Secrets? What?
I don't know about you guys, but that seemed a lot easier than everyone else made it out to be.
Excellent. And did you want to trade any arcane secrets? Are any of these spells useful to you? Do you?
No, it's fine. With this book I should have more than enough.
Oh,
Plus,
dang it. So
I have lived for many, many years. I have established, especially in these last 20 or so, quite a deal of knowledge.
Oh, if you have a lot of knowledge, do you know exactly what this does? And I show him the prince's rod.
Why? Oh no, I'm not there, so it doesn't matter. Who's actually there with him?
I thought you all were. Oh,
I didn't come along.
you didn't go. Okay.
No, I'm not getting involved in this.
Sure.
Super helpful. Do you know how this works?
Oh, for God's sake! Why would?
Also, what do we?
The only reason Minerva wasn't willing to show it to Lashinara is because it belonged to somebody that we murdered who was a friend of Lashinara's.
This is
Wasn't-
Varian's.
Wasn't he an elf?
Yes. But not this guy. He's from out of town.
This is
Fuck's sake.
He said
God
he's not from
damn it.
around here.
this is this was Varian's.
Was it?
Yes. Ah, you're the ones that murdered him.
I didn't murder anybody.
And look at what?
Technically true.
Technically true.
I don't mind. The number of people I have murdered over the years is
Staggering.
high.
Hi.
Well, if it makes it feel better, we were set up.
No, we didn't murder anybody. I'm telling you, no murder. But that's fine. We did end up with it, and that's what matters. Do you know exactly how it works? That'd be really helpful for us.
I don't know exactly how it works, but I know what it does.
Ooh.
Do you
That
really wish to know? It's
Would-
not very impressive. It's more of a badge of, I guess, position. But I believe, well, I know that it can be used to cast a minor spell.
Magic missile?
Yes,
Yeah. I have seen it do that.
that's about all it can do. Anyone should be able to make use of it.
Ooh. That's interesting.
If you allow me, I could find out what its trigger is.
Yes, go right ahead. That'd be...
I feel I owe you for this book.
You don't, but thank you anyway.
Did you think that anybody, or did anybody think of just asking the book to be with them rather than with you?
I don't think anybody wanted the book.
Pity.
I don't
But
believe
it's-
any of us are magic users of Minerva's persuasion.
It doesn't care.
Yeah.
I will investigate this rod, and I will let you know. It will take me a little bit of time. I do not have the spells memorized at the moment, so I will need to concentrate and focus my mind.
Excellent.
Well, we are in town for a couple more days, I believe.
Yeah, we're just staying here, so come see
I
us.
see. I will. And the thrall that you have with you.
I'm Kruber now.
I have seen the likes of him before.
Oh,
As have we.
yeah.
I thought you
think
weren't there, Oz.
I'm
I
not
want
there.
nothing. I want nothing to do with this. If I was you, I'd just kill him.
See, I told you this is the correct solution to everything.
no. I think we need him for the trade. I'm worried about killing him.
Yeah, it's hard.
No
I
matter
don't
how
think-
much I want to.
I don't think that his masters would really care.
This is true.
Perhaps, but how would you? This is basically our only clue to finding out what happened to our comrade.
Yeah.
Thrall, what happened to their comrade? Jew. It was Jew. The deal. Your comrade, you said, makes deals that, of his own accord. What kind of deal was made, Thrall? So, he stood in for ritual after I was killed. I see. Your comrade may not come back at all regardless. Have you thought of that?
Yes.
Yep.
So you're entertaining perhaps a cruel joke?
Yes. That is what happens in life quite a bit, I think. Wait, that's too wise for wisdom 4.
I am quite prepared, if you don't want to kill him myself.
No, that's fine. We do want to kill him. We're just not going to.
Very,
I
very
guess
well.
we'll have to put up with him for a while.
Yeah. At least at the moment he carries stuff around, I guess.
He will
Yeah.
hand the rod back to you, and he will tell you a trigger word. This should activate the rod.
Thank you.
It can be done once per day.
Ooh. That is most useful.
Very well. I don't think there's anything else that I can obtain from you that will interest me.
Yep, that's probably true. If you don't want to learn any of the spells that I know, then indeed. Thank you for your help. You have been truly helpful to us.
Of course. I will see myself out, and I will probably see you around again. I'm in town a little bit at the moment. As I mentioned, Lashinara and those 4 human adventurers headed to Shulshanek. I'm not sure when they will return.
Well.
Or if.
Well, let's hope so. We would lose we would certainly lose a valuable ally in Lashnara.
Yes, an
What?
ally.
Mhm.
Good
Hopefully.
day.
Good day to you too. Or whatever the elven greeting is. As my extra language that I was getting, I wanted to choose High Elven, so I might try... Is that like the ancient elven tongue?
So if you have a look at the wiki, it'll tell you in there.
I'm just looking for whatever a courtier would speak for elf.
Yeah, that's fine. So if you just go to the wiki, so High Elven is something that would probably be spoken by them. So you've got High Elven is like the posh Elven. It is used by nobles, royals, etc. So someone who is a courtier would probably use it quite a lot.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
So I'll say good day to him in that. Or whatever the High Elven, flowery... It was a really great time. Let's do it again.
Sure. He will
Sort of
smile. Yep. And he will smile and nod and head off.
Sweet.
No. And what an interesting character. Very interesting.
Yeah, that guy was super helpful.
Yeah. Well,
Even
it's
if
very
he's
it's certainly very interesting they could, I suppose, bend the book to his will?
Yes. That was very interesting. It would have been cool if I could do that. Probably have to have more than Will 4. Yeah. Turns out now I know that I'm flighty. Good to know.
Oh, does that mean will you ever get your memories back?
Maybe as I mend the crystal, that's what I believe is happening.
All right. Well, just let us know if there's anything we should know. That's all.
Hey, I already remembered High Elven. That's cool.
It is real cool.
Yeah. Whole language. Also how to bow. Say stuff.
How to speak, yes. Really helpful, that.
No, and bowing. And, manners. I've learned all kinds of things.
So if you want, we can just go into some of these other things that you were looking at or wanting to do.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
sounds good.
So, all right. So you know
Oh,
about...
sorry. Before we do that, do we just want to murder a doll? like, can we take a poll?
Oh, yeah,
the doll poll.
Yeah. So F to pay respects to Doll, and N to not kill Doll, I guess.
Doing it in Discord, are you?
Yep.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oz was there, ready to go.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm sort of swayed by Lenza. Oh, Hypatia said no. I'm on the fence again. Anybody else putting forward an argument for this?
I don't really have a stake in this per se.
He is kind of creepy and turned up while you were there. I don't know. Does that make it worth murdering him?
He is, but it's kind of like it's your friend kind of thing. So like, I don't want to say
Sure.
kill him and kill your friend, and then be blamed for like having a hand in your friend's death.
Dole's smiling at the moment, drinking an ale. Don't know where he got it from.
What do you think, Sean? You're the moral compass.
Well, killing is generally bad, but killing monsters is kind of necessary.
Killing is bad, okay?
But I mean, realistically, we don't know what he's doing here.
Yeah.
We don't really have any information.
I'm Kruber now.
And as annoying as it is, and as much as I would love to like make it end, yeah, I don't think it's the right option.
Annoyance is not a good reason to murder.
Not really, no.
This has been a learning
Experience.
experience. Thank you.
Yeah.
Minerva will vote nay.
I guess we're not murdering him.
The disappointment. It's not like you need the rest of the group. Just saying.
Oh no, I'm well aware. Okay, where
Who
did
did we lose?
Oh no, not Craig. Someone else.
I murdered Henry? Sorry.
He got in the way of your wanton bloodlust.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. I guess we're keeping Kruber now. Then I guess he'll come with us to wherever we go because we've got no other way of. Oh, you're back. Welcome back.
I'm Kruber now, votes F.
So
Alright.
what's F?
Alright, so do we manage to find Sir Etienne or make contact or anything?
So you can kind of look around the city. You find none of the members of the Brotherhood, but you do find Hradni de Fauché. You find her after a bit of time, but you know that she has had dealings with
Sir Etienne.
Sir Etienne.
I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that Lashinara went with those four down to Shelshnik.
Yeah, maybe pass the message on to her. She's trustworthy.
Or we could just tell it when it. Yeah. Whatever. I don't. Lynch doesn't care enough.
So you find Hradni. She is, down on Pious Way, and she'll be talking to just what appears to be an acolyte of one who's tending just a small little shrine, not one of the major churches, just a little shrine. And she's just talking to him, not like praying or anything like that, but just how you doing, what's going on, and getting just some general information. When she sees you, she will pat him on the shoulder and give him a coin, and then she'll walk over towards you, smile on her face. Ah, my friends, how are you?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
How are you two this fine day?
I'm well, thank you.
What shrine was she at?
Just the shrine that's dedicated to all the gods. It's just like, there are shrines here that aren't associated with any religion. There's just general shrines so people can offer a small prayer or whatever, and just general, like, there's people who will just tend to them. So she was
That's
just one of
domination.
those. Yeah.
Okay.
What is it I can help you with? For I see that there is worry upon your face.
Not worry on mine. I'm pretty happy. Guess who lost a book?
Ah, you lost the book.
Yeah. Some guy came along and he was just able to take it from me. His name was Vildras.
He's just some guy,
Vildras, super helpful elf. Really friendly.
I see. Her demeanor grows a little bit more stern. Anyway, is there something that I can help you with? You know, I have been meaning to get out and go on an adventure. I have been cooped up within the walls of this city for some time. Perhaps I will head out with you sometime and draw blade with you.
Well, we need to go see about killing some immortal.
Oh, you make it sound so unpleasant. Well, okay.
Well, personally, I'd like to steal her immortality, but she considers it a curse and is looking for a way out.
Well, you know, I just would you want to live forever with dodgy knees? I wouldn't.
Who wants to live forever?
Her name's Mai.
I might be able to attend this quest with you. I have a few things that I need to do, but if that is, I think I could do that. If you would have me, it would be my honor to travel with you.
Oh,
We would certainly.
No,
not.
that's
I don't know
going
you-
that's
you're-
going a bit far.
Well, I wouldn't object to that.
We are honestly not that impressive. It would be lovely to have you along, though.
I have heard good things about you, whether you have earned them or not. It's perhaps not. Luck is part of everyone's journey in life, but I would still be honored to travel with you.
and us with you.
All
Okay,
right.
sounds good. We'll be at the Sly Wink.
Excellent.
Are we going to actually ask you the question we came here for, or no?
Oh, you came
Yeah,
here
I
for a
think we
question.
should.
What is the question, my friends?
Have you seen Sir
Ian.
Etienne around recently?
Sir Etienne left with Lashonara and the other members of his order.
Called it.
Yep. Awesome.
Why, is there something that is important that I could help you with?
Well, we were just to tell him that Jadora is back in town,
And she's calling herself something.
and she's calling.
Hradney's vision or visage will completely change, and she will get a scowl upon her face, and her smile will completely go. Dradora is back.
I take it you know of Jadora.
I know of her. What is she calling herself? You said she was calling herself something.
Yes, she was. She was calling
The Truth
herself
of Barn.
Maiden of the Truth of Barn.
I see. Okay. Then matters are very dire. How did you find out that Dradora was back?
I was just helping out. Helping out in the
Ulrich?
Oh.
Friendly Ulrich?
friend,
Ollery.
yeah,
Friendly
Ollery. Ollery out, and she walked into the church to unburden her soul on a member of the church, of the clergy.
I see. I used to be a companion in arms, comrade in arms with Dradora. Travelled with her many times in the past. She is troubled. Very troubled. A great warrior, powerful, noble in her way. So, she sought you out, or you were just the unfortunate one in her path?
I believe I was just the unfortunate one in her path. She was seeking out,
Guidance?
she was seeking guidance.
She always does.
And what happens after she gets the guidance?
Oh, she never gets the guidance. That's not exactly what she's after. That's what she says she's after. I will come with you. I will travel with you now.
Oh.
Awesome.
Is this is sort of
Is this to stop me getting murdered?
No, she won't murder you.
Oh, that's good.
She will try to save you at the end, before something. I don't know
Like-
what, but she does. But Hradney, myself, is not my true name. Hradni is my mother's name, which I adopted. Dredora is a member of the Order of the Brotherhood, a member of the Knights Vigilant as well. My mother was also a member of that order. That is why I know Sir Etienne.
But you're not a member of the Order?
No, not really. It is not hereditary. I would seek to assist them how I could, but I am not a member of the Order. Though I know of it, I was raised and brought up with them and their exploits. So there are only the 5 members of them that remain. But Dredora left the valley many years ago and really, I guess, gave up her privilege in that. And at this point, Hradni will realise that you are speaking in the middle of Pious Way, and she'll say, but this place has too many ears. We will travel, and we will go find this Mai the Immortal, and we'll see what we can do about it. I will travel with you now. So I gather you are after Sir Etienne to tell him that Dredora had returned.
That's correct, yes.
So if Dredora has returned to the valley, then she has been brought back here for some reason. Some quest that she probably believes needs to be done, undertaken, accomplished. It's what she does. She is, or was, as I mentioned, an incredible, valiant, noble, honourable person, but darkness has enshrouded her.
She did seem to be in a dark place.
Some kind of battle lust.
Oh, that's what she says. Whether that's a true battle lust or not, I believe that she has just embraced her calling to rid the world of evil, of darkness.
Fair.
She is, I guess, given in to that more than what she probably should have. She both embraces and finds exaltation in it, but also probably disgust. So, until such time as we can make sure that you are not someone that Dredora feels is a problem, I will travel with you, I guess. I will be your bondsman, so to speak.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's new.
As my mother was a member of the Knights Vigilant, and may her soul rest, I will now do what I can to protect you from a member of the Knights Vigilant.
Thank you very much.
So, she says with a smile on her face again, Mai the Immortal, I have not heard of her. You'll have to tell me the tale.
Oh.
Should
We
leave sometime soon? I only have a few small effects that I need to gather together.
well, we're not leaving for a little while. We've still got I don't know how many days have we been at this for.
Yeah.
About 4, I think.
We will be leaving in X amount of days, where X amount of days is when we are finished. So probably
Minerva's done.
however many days left in the week we would have set ourselves.
A couple. So Minerva's
Yeah.
probably got so your armor will be ready tomorrow, and we'll say 2 days after that the objects that Minerva has decided to get will be ready.
So probably around 3 days then.
Her commissions will be complete.
They're fun.
I'm sure.
Okay. Well, I will start to put my affairs in order to leave the city, and I will meet you back at the Slywink this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Very good. This will
Lovely.
be fun. I haven't been on a good quest or adventure for some time, especially with such admirable comrades as yourselves seem to be. Your, self-doubt notwithstanding.
I try to stifle a guffaw.
Mm.
You slew a titan, did you not? That is some measure of heroism right there.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
True.
totally.
A little bit.
Oh.
I won't say there was a little bit of luck, but yes.
Bit of
Excellent.
exaggeration there, but yeah, we used the situation around us to achieve the goal. So I guess you could say that was our win.
We survived. I take that as a very good win.
Yeah, and the Titan didn't.
Excellent. Excellent. I will go and start putting my affairs in order to wrap up what I need to do within the city, and I'll meet you back at the Slow Ink. And then from that point on, I will be your bondsman, and will assist you where I can.
Excellent.
Okay. Can we say the next 2 days pass then? I guess if that's
Yes,
Well,
we
yes.
can. If
I
you
guess
want to,
Yeah, we just do the we do the lawn. Yeah.
How did Fat Bert go?
Yeah,
Oh,
that'll be the main thing, I guess.
Yeah,
right.
it's just
Fat Bert.
basically a roll of 3.
sure. If you want to go and do Fat Bert the next day, or whatever, or this afternoon, that's easy enough to do.
Who is actually helping out?
Yeah, I will be.
Yeah.
I might see if I can find a retainer. May
Ooh.
as well.
Okay. So we'll deal with Fat Bert first.
Yep.
All right. So Fat Bert's not hard to find.
Didn't we want to talk to the lady first? No.
Yeah, sure. That should be.
No, we wanted to. Savan was just going to go and take on Fat Bert by
Oh,
herself
okay. That's fine. Go ahead, Savan. We'll back you up.
from the slow wink.
Are you there, Siobhan? You there, Craig?
Yeah. So, alright. So we're going to do Pat Burt now.
Yeah.
No, you.
Oh, okay.
Well, you and
Yeah.
Hypatia and Minerva.
Yeah.
You have half the party with you.
The backup sisters.
Okay.
Sure. Fat Bert's not hard to find. He is a known thug and a bully and local muscle down around the docks. He's not actually a dock worker per se. He just, pushes the dock workers around. He's not fat by any stretch of the imagination. He is just a very solid, heavily muscled man. Carrying his spiked club with him, he tends to use that to push people around. Doesn't seem to. It's stained with blood, etc. He doesn't seem to clean it, but he pushes dock workers with the blunt end a bit. Seems to be like reveling in bullying them where they're not doing the right thing, keeping them in line. Guy is seriously built. He's about 6.5 feet tall as well.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Cool.
So I'll walk up to him. You guys are behind me, right?
Yes.
Please be behind me. Please be behind me.
I don't have any spells, but I'm behind you.
I'll walk up to him and stop in front of him.
What do you want?
I understand you know Leela.
What is it to you?
An interested party
This
seems
isn't
to
that.
think that
This isn't that
Pardon?
wimp. This is that wimp of a brother of hers, is it, Jasper?
it's an interested party seems to think that you should put your attention somewhere else, shall we say.
He points a large meaty finger on a large meaty hand on a large meaty arm in your face. Doesn't hit you with it, doesn't tap you, but he just points it in your face. You go tell that brother to mind his own business.
But this is our business.
I never said it was his
What does
brother.
Leela think about
I never
this?
said it was her brother.
Uh-huh. Who's the interested party then? There's a few other there's a group of other guys, seem to be similarly equipped, like clubs and billy clubs and the like. Some of them got belaying pins or just pick up sticks, like heavy sticks or gaff hooks. There's maybe about 10 guys that stand behind Fat Bert now.
Sort of casually rest my hand on my pommel of my sword.
My companions and myself, we work for Lord Castellane, and let's just say that certain members of his council have taken an interest in you and your group.
Uh-huh. He'll spit on the ground. I see. So you can tell Barris boy that, 'cause I think I've seen you around before, that we don't give a shit. We don't care what he thinks. We're keeping to ourselves. We keep our nose clean. We do what we need to do. Docs run. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't run, would they? Then where would Castellane be with his precious little Sumberton? City of Bridges would be the city of empty houses and poor people. Babies crying in the streets because their parents can't afford them. So, taken an interest in me and my group, has he? Well, you just tell him this. What happens with me and Leela is none of his business. I don't know why. Oh, the old coot doesn't have the hots for her, does it? Everyone knows about Castellane chasing his skirt around the city. She's mine. She loves me, and she can tell Castellane to bugger off.
Oh, she loves you.
Yeah.
So we can just go talk to her and she can confirm that then.
If she
Yeah.
did, if that's the case, we're happy to walk away.
Well, that sounds good. That's nice. It's a bit of a uptown girl going on here, huh?
I don't know what that is, but yeah, sure.
Oh, he's smitten.
You
That's
just go.
adorable.
You just go and tell her about it.
Yes, thank you. We will. We will. Yes, excellent.
We'll go and talk to Leela, and we'll see what she has to say about the matter.
Right.
Well, he doesn't seem to be worried about that at all. Now I feel like we've been sent on a fool's errand.
No, he doesn't. Hmm.
I'm just gonna hang. I'm just gonna look around and wait till his other friends disperse, and then we'll be on our way.
They're all just still hanging around. The dock workers have stopped working though, and Fat Bert will suddenly realise that. Get them back to work, and they'll start just.
You don't
Right.
need to worry, Hypatia. I can hardly imagine some dockies attacking someone in full plate. That's such a bad idea.
Oh, it is.
We should just walk off.
Alright.
These people are beneath you.
I sort of take a look around, make sure there's anything obvious threats, and wander off.
Are we done here?
For the moment.
Right. Tell your boss, that old geezer, stick to women his own age. It's just weird. Like, really weird.
I will pass on the sentiment.
Right. Well, off you go then. Or work to do.
Bullying people?
Isn't that what you do?
Not really.
Well, maybe today.
I just ask questions.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have 10 people behind me.
Uh-huh. Right.
Anyway, it was good seeing you again, Bert. Catch you later.
Right. And he'll just, amble back to his job, looking over his shoulder. Then some dock worker will stop what they're doing and look around, and Bert will just realise this guy's not doing anything. Get back to work. Push him with the blunt end of his club. The guy will stumble, then get up and start moving goods onto the boat.
Well, once we get out earshot, I was I sort of comment at that I'm. What the hell is he? What the hell does Lana see in this dick?
I mean, he's got muscles on top of muscles, yo.
I guess, but
If he's that big all over.
hardly necessary and sufficient.
That
Minerva knows.
Well, let's go
She
see.
has 2 months of memories.
We should really ask her about this. We should have done that first.
that decidedly did not go as I planned.
This is sort of what I expected to happen. I just
the issue was that you didn't kill anyone. So if you killed someone, then that would have gone way better.
That, I'm not saying that wasn't going to be part of my original plan.
Okay, so let's go talk to this lady.
All right.
Does the story match up?
Do you even know where to find her?
How are we going to find her? Can we ask around and see if we can?
Did you seriously not know where she lives?
No.
Does she live with her brother?
Oh, well, I'm guessing
Like-
the brother's probably in the barracks, so can I go?
Yeah, the brother will be up in the barracks.
Okay, fine.
It's not going to take you too much. I'll tell you what, Siobhan, make an intelligence check for me, please.
Oh, pardon me. Freaking here it is. Da-da-da-da.
Is it a 2d6?
No,
Correct.
No, it's D20 under your stat.
equal or under.
Oh, okay.
Did that succeed?
Equal or under?
Yep.
No, I did not succeed.
Okay.
Freaking G.
So the name Leela sort of rings a bell, but you're not really sure.
Alright, I guess we could go and ask Jasper.
Have we lost Oz?
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're just not in Roll20.
Yeah.
Your connection to the server has been interrupted.
There we go. Now you're back.
Cool. I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, that's weird. That must have been what happened to me earlier on too.
Yep. Alright, so the name Leela is a little bit familiar. You're not really sure, you can't place it. So it's kind of just there on the periphery.
It's because she's the one-eyed girl that came from the sewers.
Mhm.
Let's just ask her.
We're going to find Jasper, I guess, or
Sure, you can go find Jasper. This is it's another day. You'll find him on guard duty at the gate again. Once again, the board is empty. The keep is pretty slim for members of the garrison. He will see you all approaching. He will step forward. He's got a spear in hand. Keep's closed. What do you want? Oh, it's you. Have you had any luck? Are these your friends? You didn't
Yup.
kill him, did you?
No.
no, we
don't just murder people.
All right. So you had a chat to him. He's going to leave her alone, is he?
That's not what he said.
He's pretty adamant about not leaving her alone, but we want to find it. We want to talk to Leela and see what her perspective is.
It doesn't matter what her perspective is. You got to tell Bert to leave her alone.
No, it's like that, is it?
doesn't matter what her
Don't
perspective
think
is.
that's not how we roll.
No. You don't understand. He's a bad influence, and he's gonna get her hurt.
She doesn't know what's good for her. She's just a woman.
Not that she's just a woman. It's just that he is a bad influence. He's a bad guy. Okay, and I don't want her to get hurt. She can't
I
see
really
how
like this
bad
fact.
he is. She doesn't. He hides that kind of stuff from her.
Well, if we talk to her, we can ask if she knows that stuff about him.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I,
No point to
we
try.
know this, and you know this, but she doesn't know this. So we need to talk to her to ascertain her
Actually, that's not a
feeling.
bad. You know what? That's not a
Him.
bad idea. If you tell her how bad he is, that'll work. Then she won't just say it's just me. I like the way you think.
Sure. Where can we find her?
Ah, she has a little fortune teller shop.
She's a fortune teller? Fortune tellers are awesome.
Yeah, fortune teller. Just in the Eastern Square.
Sweet.
Let's go and find her.
Yeah, let's go there.
Cool.
Mhm.
Alright, it doesn't take you long once you're over there to start rummaging around. And when you hear Leela the fortune teller, that does cue something in your memory, Siobhan, and you do recall. It doesn't take you long to find her. She has a little stall set up in the Eastern Square, and she is taking small coins, silvers, sometimes gold, but more often than that, not silver, to give people a fortune. She will either draw from a deck of cards, or she will read palms, or she will throw bones. But she seems to be giving a word here or there. Little things, nothing long.
Did we just lose Grail?
No. I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Did you hear the description of what she's doing?
Yeah,
Oh, why did Henry ask if we just lost me?
I don't know.
Oh.
She's running a sweet scam. Okay, well,
She looks
let's
about
go.
20. She looks about 20 years old.
Damn, why is someone like that interested in Fat Bert?
He got muscles on muscles.
In his head, too.
Okay,
Oh.
now someone's dropped out. And he's back.
Can you hear
Hey.
us now?
Yeah, I can.
Cool.
That was weird.
Did you guys all lose
Problems
time?
were
No one lost me except for you, it appears. I was giving a description and you just came through and said, did we just lose Grail? So Leela the fortune teller seems to be running a scam. She's taking coins off people to read palms, draw cards, read cards, throw bones, etc. to people in the square. She seems to do a decent trade. I mean, it doesn't hurt that most of the people, the clientele, seem to be older gentlemen, and she is not hard on the eye.
Nice.
Not at all.
All right. Well, let's go.
We'll walk over to her booth.
Ah, welcome. Read your fortune? And
Probably yes.
she'll hold her hand out like, I can read palms, I can draw your card of fate, see what Providence has in store for you, throw the bones of destiny. How long will you live? What will be tomorrow for you?
Ooh, I'm interested in that. I hand her a silver.
Ah, what do you wish to be read? Card, palm, or bones?
Bones.
She'll pick up some bones and she'll throw them up into the air and they will fall. And she'll look at them. Most interesting. And she'll pick them and throw them up in the air again. And she'll get a frown on her face. Ah. Very unsettling.
Very unsettling.
Yes.
You've never seen a fortune this good before?
Oh, No. Hang on, she'll pick the bones and throw them up once more. And they will land. Ah, alright. So, tomorrow will bring prosperity, but also death. Not to you, but to someone you know. And it will be a great sorrowful death.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great. I'm creeping out. I was going to die.
No.
Well,
The bones,
no,
Bad.
that
the
wouldn't be
bones,
sorrowful.
the bones told me that 3 times in a row. I'm afraid that they do not lie.
Huh.
Oh.
Well, I guess this was nice to know in advance. I'll buy a black suit.
But if you wish, I can also draw a card, read your palm, maybe one others of you.
Nah, it's okay. I don't need more of my friends to die.
Yeah, I'm interested to see more.
God damn it, you guys are really easily distracted.
Minerva's like, this is a scam. Now I'm gonna buy one.
I sort of take a sort of put a sideways glance at Chavoin, saying, "Gonna get to the cut to the plot here," kind of look.
I'll tell you what. I will draw a card for all of you on your behalf. And if I think it's worth you paying me, I'll tell you what I think you should pay, and then I'll tell you your fortune. I'll read it by myself and see what it says. What do you think? Nothing to lose.
Sure.
Deal.
What?
And then Yep.
She'll get out a deck of cards, reasonably large, thick carded cards, and seem to be kind of bent and dinged up a bit. They've obviously seen better days. There may be about 20 or so in the deck, and she'll shuffle them around, and then she'll draw one, place it face down, and she'll lift it up and have a look at it, and she'll frown a bit. She'll tap it. I think this card is worth... You look wealthy. A platinum.
outside my range. But maybe we can trade a fortune for a fortune.
Ooh, this sounds interesting. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
She just did
Would you
trade
like
you a
me to
fortune
tell you
for
a fortune?
Sure.
Because I know some of your fortune. You see, you know a guy. It's not a long thing, but it's a passionate thing.
God.
You have feelings for him. He makes you feel like a princess being swept off by a bandit king. It's so romantic. It's titillating because the danger is there. But he's so strong. He treats you right. He sweeps you off your feet, literally.
That's nice.
But as you grow older, you're going to realize that you really wanted somebody who was a little bit more stable, not as dangerous, didn't take bounties, not such a vicious brooder. Does this mean anything to you?
It means that my stupid brother has asked you to try and talk me out of my relationship with Bert. Is that correct?
It certainly is. Yeah, I think my companion, she's not very good at that. But tell us the level. We just want to know that it's legit that you did it, because I can understand where your brother's coming from. At the same time, we want to make sure you're totally okay with this.
Yeah, we just
You're
want
totally
to know
okay with this relationship.
Bert's wonderful. He's not the kind of guy that my brother thinks he is. That's the facade he portrays to get the job done. Someone's got to keep those dock hands in order, and if it wasn't Bert, it'd be someone else. Bert's just big, and he looks mean, and, you know, sure, he's been in a few scraps over the years, but you know what? Deep down, he's not that guy. He's fine.
Wait, so you would actually have a problem if he was that guy?
Probably not, unless he was really, you know, that guy. Really, really, really that guy, but I know he's not.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure he is like a bounty hunter, but
No, he's just you know, muscle at the docks. He's not a bounty hunter.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure he isn't. He doesn't.
And
he absolutely is. I've had a
Out
run
of character,
with
do you
him
have the evidence?
as a
Like-
bounty hunter. Like,
He's just an enforcer.
no,
Yeah.
we had a run with him as a bounty hunter. But that's fine.
No, you had a run-in with him as an enforcer who knew some information.
Yeah,
he
it was
said he'd
definitely
go
an
out.
awkward situation.
But he said he'd go after the bounty without us.
I think it was a more opportunistic than than career-like.
Okay. Well, once you take a bounty, you take a bounty. Like, then you're a bounty hunter.
But
That's
look,
fine. I'm not
uses-
saying being a bounty hunter is bad. Bounties are great.
he uses his size and he uses his physique to intimidate people so they get the job done. But you know what? Deep down, he's a sweet guy. And he's mine. So you can tell my stupid brother to mind his own business and bugger off. Now, do you want this fortune or not? Price just went up. 10 platinum. 100 gold. It's a
No,
pretty
it's
good. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah. I think one friend dying is pretty good enough for me. Thanks.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
yeah.
this one's...
Death now, death later, whatever.
This one, she lifts it up, and she'll flip the card over. It's about immortality.
Interesting.
Wow.
But that's fine. You don't want to know what immortality is on the horizon. So, I guess this is it. Go tell my brother to mind his own business.
Well, I've only got 8 gold, so 100 gold's out of my range.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out of my range.
But thanks anyway. That does sound interesting. But immortality is not going to save my friend's life, I'm guessing. Alright. You, seem like a very interesting individual. And I hope you and Bert work out, because he does seem quite smitten.
Oh,
Is
he's
that true?
smitten, all
I'll
right.
give that.
And that's
I'll give him-
adorable.
I'll give him that. Mate, if you see something in that I don't, well, sure.
Have you seen his muscles?
Oh, I saw him.
Yes, very much so. I admit they are slightly impressive, but you know, personality.
Slightly impressive. That's so true, actually. I can only imagine Hypatia's like, and...
Yeah, them traps not as good as my traps.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got 2 party members with a strength of 18.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we had what I think one of them. Wait, is that one of them Kruber? Because we don't definitely
Yeah, one's creeper.
we don't have that around at the moment.
How do you know what strength Kruber now has?
We
I've
never
got-
actually
it's not
figured
8.
that out.
He was
Looks like he has 18.
Matt's right-hander.
We should actually try and spar with him just to sort of get a gauge. I'm perversely curious.
Yeah, it's like we'll try to hold him down and take him one day, and he'll just like annihilate all of us.
Okay, so I feel like that's mission failed, or mission succeeded. This time we didn't murder someone who was unworthy of murder.
Yeah,
We're
that's-
learning.
See,
Interesting.
just to finish it off. Just so to get your due part in the day, you should go and kill Jasper, and then just
Oh,
I'm sure
I
we can find some straight
I was
thugs
like,
to mess
who
up.
is this Jasper?
So if you want to find out information about Little Creamer Keep, you've got a couple days left. So it will cost you money to go to the libraries. So, again, you've got the libraries that the two main churches down Pious Way have. You've got the library at the Keep, you've got the library at Castlemaine Manor, and you've got the Scriveners Guild. They are the main sources of literary information in the city.
The other option might just be to talk to some of the priests, because they might have a better idea how to expel the spirits.
There is that also.
Did we already do that? I thought I said, oh, maybe that was just talking
We
to
did. We talked to friendly Ollery.
Ollery, that was it. Yeah,
and
that sounds about right.
Yeah, and he said basically that we needed like enchanted stuff. And we were like, do you know where we can get that? And he said no. And that was end of discussion.
Cool.
Yeah. So
He said strong magic users would also be helpful. So like we do have this wand that may help us out now. Once per day. Cast magic missile. That could be handy.
and perhaps these arms that these new arms may be of use as well, considering they have a magical of they are enhanced by magic. But I would still like to have. It would be nice to know if we could still find some more information. I would be willing to spend a little bit of coin on it.
Okay, so going into these libraries, most of the information that you're going to be looking at is going to be in old law.
Oh, I have that.
Well, actually, was it old law? Bear with me, it may not have been old law. I may have
Probably not a language I can speak anyway.
I may have forgotten. No, I have forgotten my own language. Is it old law? It is old law.
Sweet.
Okay. It is a communication, or it is a mostly written, but it's also spoken language, which is used by archivists.
Yeah. That's why I have
the Latin.
Basically. So, if you only have one or so members of the party that read it, it's going to minimise your ability to gain information. So you're probably going to need to not only pay for access to the library, but you're going to need to pay for translators as well, or researchers.
Or we wait a day and Minerva can cast comprehend languages. Will that help?
Well, Minerva's been busy doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is busy.
So the other thing you can do, you can just pay for researchers, say this is the kind of stuff, and just sit back and let them do it, but it'll cost more money. But we just get to the end result.
What sort of money are they talking?
Well, it depends where you're going to go. So the churches and the Scriveners Guild are going to be the more easily accessible ones. The Scriveners Guild in particular will be more easily accessible. That's basically what they do. The Keep and Castlemaine Manor Castlemaine Manor is a private collection. You might need to find a translator or researcher and take them there. And the Keep, you may not even be able to get access to that without, some kind of security detail. So you tell me where you want to go, and I'll tell you what you need to pay, and then we can sort it out. Let me put it this way: the cheapest option is probably going to be the Scriveners Guild, but you can ramp up the cost and get more researchers. They've got a bunch of people that they've got on books there that basically all they do is do archiving. And they will know their stuff pretty well. Whereas if you go to a church, the people who maintain it are clerics or priests or acolytes whose main job is really the theological pursuits in the church. So you're probably not going to pay as much, but you might not get as much information.
All right. Let's go with the Scriveners Guild. They say.
So getting access to the library will cost you 10 gold each for each day. Unless you want to just get researchers, then you're paying for the researchers. And the researchers will cost you between 5 and 10 gold a day each.
Okay, so how much do we want to invest in this is a real question.
Well, I was going to go, but if I can't read the books, there's probably not a lot of point in me going.
Yeah, pretty much
So,
my problem. So, and we got what, 2 days left?
Pretty much.
Okay. Um. So what do you reckon? We want to get the researchers to do 2 days worth of research and come up with the results. Is that what? That's what, about 100 gold?
It's probably a good best idea. Yeah.
Alright, if you want to splash 100 gold, we'll get right to the chase.
We okay with this? Are we intending? We happy to do this to action?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
assuming
happy
we
to
will.
do this if that's what you guys want to do. That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess we can all chip in a little bit if we need to.
Yeah, we got the party gold.
Well, this is all coming out of Paylix, so I have no cash.
Yeah, same.
So that's why I'm making sure everyone's cool with this. All right.
Treasure. I mean, do we actually have any way of like easily having that money on hand? Because like we have the letter of credit.
Well, they'll be able to change a letter of credit. They're like,
Yeah.
The thing is,
Alright.
letter of credit. How much money is that letter of credit worth?
Currently, it's a 3905.
Is it easy enough to break off bits of that? Because yeah,
Well,
we can find out if the Scriveners can do that. Can they break off part of the letter of credit?
They can issue a new one.
Yeah.
for the reduced amount. Cool.
That'll be
do.
perfect.
Sure. Alright, so you're splashing 100?
Yeah.
hmm
I shall make the deduction.
Alright. So they'll spend some time researching. You'll get a bunch of them, and they will, go through. You give them the information that you want them to research. Basically, what is the spirit or the haunting apparition within Lacrima Keep? Okay, is that basically what you're after?
We tell them everything we know about it, and so basically, nature of the beast, vulnerabilities, how could have come about, ways to defeat it, violent and non-violent.
All right. So after your 2 days, they will be able to give you some information. The spirit of Lacrima Keep, there's no real information pertaining to the spirit in actuality, but there is, etymology as to how it came into being, or at least believed to come into being. So the spirit was believed to be a washerwoman by the name of Davina, who was murdered there over 100 years ago. The murder was part of a cult that belonged or was attributed to the religions of madness. And as part of the ritualistic murder, they infused the corpse with the madness that these cultists were, believed in, and in doing so, bound the spirit and the body to the rocks that made up the keep. So, as to why the spirit has come back, it's hard to tell, but the Scriveners have been recording information recently, say in the last couple of months, and they believe that this might be pointing to it, that there seems to have been an increase in undead activity. More and more people are reporting undead sightings, incidents, encounters across the entire valley. And there seems to be a correlation as well to the strength of the undead and some kind of activity with the obelisks in the valley. The obelisks on certain nights seem to have been glowing more brightly than they have on other nights. And when they have done so, especially what they have done in the previously, when they have done so, the reports that have been coming in of these undead have been of more powerful or more numerous instances of them, more prevalent. They're acting in slightly more aggressive or erratic ways. someone's clipping their toenails as well. They'll give you that bit of information for free.
Okay.
Technically,
Hopefully it's
I'm
not my
just,
keyboard.
The information as to how to defeat the spirit that's at Lacrima Keep and what its actually powers are. It's believed that the spirit ages those that it comes into contact with and drains their life essence. Whether it's feeding on this or doing it as part of some curse by which the spirit has been bound to the building or the ruins of the building, it's unknown. But those that have died within the ruins have been found to have been aged considerably, and those few that have managed to survive have been aged as well. Generally very weak and feeble when they have managed to scramble out over the years. Recently there has been no survivors, so there's no evidence of survivors from within, but there had been a few survivors in the past. How the spirit can be damaged, there's no information, none at all. And that comes down to the fact that no one seems to have either engaged it in a fight or managed to hurt it if they have, or survived to tell the tale. But spirits like this, it's a widely held belief that magic will be of benefit. So magical weapons, obviously, because it seems to be some form of non-corporeal entity.
Cool. That's good. So we might have a chance against it, or at least doing something to it.
yeah. Now, it sounds like it'd take a long time to kill an elf. Maybe.
Yes. Well,
Well, longer.
yeah. One look at the humans of the party, and yeah, you characters.
Okay.
So that's the information you'll get for your 100 gold.
Excellent.
And it didn't have a solution for like stopping that aging process, did it?
No. Once aged, you are aged. Unless, you can find some other magical means to combat aging.
Like a wish.
Or a potion of longevity.
Ooh.
Back to Varens.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's a potion of longevity do?
And yes, I know it's almost one. I just wanted to get all this sorted.
No, before we go ahead, yeah, fair enough.
No, that's fine.
I've been looking at the time, watching it eke away.
I was watching it for a while and I fell asleep.
That's all right.
Can I
So-
give out the gear that I bought for people then?
You can be Santa Claus,
Yes. Excellent.
or this world's version thereof.
Excellent. So I have created a staff out of that deadwood tree that was destroyed. It's got silver caps on it, and I'll give that to Cinnabon.
Sivan.
Shaban. Craig, you there?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
You're now Cinnabon.
Yeah. Cinnabon, you have been gifted with a staff made from that tree that was really, really awful. And it's capped with silver. And
Ooh.
I will give Hypatia a brace of pistols. And I'm going to keep some ammo for myself, so I'm just going to give you 25 rounds of ammunition and powder. Yes, and the other stuff I keep for myself. Got a backpack for the donkey. And a
Lovely.
backpack for me.
Cool.
Did you not already have a backpack?
The donkey?
No, did you not already have a backpack?
Yes, I do. But
He wants a
I'm
specialised
swapping
one that he can. This is a box backpack that he can arcane lock.
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like for those who play VT, like the one the Ironbreaker wears.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's like I had it made by a musician case maker,
Oh, okay.
so it's like a really nice brass bound bent wood, wood covered. Yeah.
All right, so we can leave it there. So
That sounds like blatant buying MVP points to me.
So is
Oh,
there anything
nice.
so
special
you
about
can.
stuff, or is it just the normal stuff? Or...
It's an iron-bound staff, so it's just a normal iron-bound staff, but it will be treated as a silver weapon. And if the wood of that tree provides any other benefits, then I will tell you if it ever comes up.
Okay.
So you can all whisper to me who you think should be MVP. You can't vote for yourself.
Yeah.
And you can't vote for I am Kruber.
No,
That'll-
you can only vote for the characters of the players who are in tonight.
Yes.
And that's like slash whisper, isn't it?
slash W.
So /W
Yep.
space GM space the name of the character you want to.
Okay.
W space GM. Nice.
Oh, shit.
And if there's a draw, I will be the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm. It's like you are Kruber.
I am Kruber. I thought that, the game has fairly grim, dark moments. I thought I am Kruber is a nice bit of levity.
Yeah.
I would agree for the first, half a session.
It's making me laugh.
That's very important. We're here to have fun.
Let's see if I stuff the whisper again. Oh no, I didn't.
No one's whispered to me yet, have they? Oh, hang on a second. The whispers don't come through over there. They come through over here. All right. Okay. I said you can't vote for yourself, Craig. Alright. I can't do that over there. Alright, so... okay, so... You can draw a card, then Minerva.
Thank you.
Looks like the gift giving paid off.
Did bribes. Should always think bribes.
Where was my bribe?
I haven't found anything good for Sean yet. What can I say?
Cool. Alright. Done.
Was giving you Kukulane as a lackey for a week.
Oh yeah, you were trying to find a retainer, weren't you, Sean?
I thought about it. I was going to do it, but it's late.
It'll take a bit of time as well, so... yeah, we can do that another time. He's got Radney now.
Yeah. She'll stop me getting killed. She can be my retainer.
Sure.
Well, we'll see how we go.
Cool. That's real pity. I can't see what the cards you guys have got.
Oh. Well, we
You can't really.
pictures.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
can't.
can double click on it.
We can send pictures to you.
That's alright. Yeah, I can't see. Even as the DM, I can't see what cards you guys have.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is actually.
I guess it's just because, the card option is also if you're playing card games and they get dealt face down.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
So we done for the night?
We are. Yep.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep, I think that was everything.
Yep.
And it was
Now,
all.
next session we can actually go and do something.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
Set
Now
a few more pieces in motion. A few more NPCs in play. Took a book off
Oh, I can get rid of that off my character sheet.
Minerva.
Large black
Yeah,
book.
that's a win.
Bye.
Hey,
Ah,
Julian,
that's a
Yep.
win and a loss at the same time.
the with the cards, you say you can play them out of turn in someone else's turn. If someone's playing a card in your turn, do you have to follow the action on the card?
You don't play it for someone else. Someone plays it for them.
Yeah, okay.
So you don't play a card. Those cards are personal. The only way that you can benefit someone else is if the card specifically says so, or
Well,
if you want to discard it to give them a plus or minus 1 to a D20,
okay.
or a plus or minus 5 to a D100.
So the
Always.
cards that are specific class benefit, as in the bonuses to thief skills or bonuses to spells, we can't use them if you're not a spellcaster or a thief.
You can only discard them to assist someone else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you can hold on to them because there might be a way to benefit from them if you've got more than one card in hand. I'm just saying.
Interesting. I feel that we should. I guess we should hang out for the full range.
So again, you can hold a number of cards equal to your level. If you're a multi-class character, you can hold them equal to your highest level. So that means Hypatia and Lenza being 5th level characters, 5 cards.
5 cards each, yep.
Okay.
Cool.
So you might find something that I'll let you know. There's at least a couple cards in there which can give you the ability of a thief skill, for example.
Ooh.
So if you aren't a thief, but you can get synergy with a thief skill for an X amount of time, and then you have another card which gives you a bonus to thief skills, you might be able to play them together to gain access to a thief skill and then make it better, if that makes sense.
Yep.
It does, but there's a lot of ifs and a lot of trolling through decks to get those cards.
There are, but the more people draw, the more chance you've got.
On that note, how do we draw these? Is it just from the MVP at the end of the session, or?
Yep, so when you go up a level, everyone gets one, and the MVP gets one per session. And if something absolutely amazing happens in the middle of a game, I might give someone one as a matter of inspiration, for example.
Makes sense.
Cool.
So I just decided these would be a little bit, just to add a little bit of spice to the game. So I'm going to do 2 other decks as well. One will be for lingering injuries, so some of the cards may pertain to that. Another one will be for trinkets. So trinkets are going to be like, if you are looting a body, I might let you draw from the trinket deck. And they might be like, personal effects that might be either unique or be minor or moderately valuable items, but nothing powerful, but something just a bit flavoursome.
Yeah. Alrighty. Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's a good idea.
See you later. Thanks for the
Right.
good game.
Thanks.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Sweet. I'll catch you guys later.
See ya.
No, all right.